Broadcasting 24/7. You know that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year. DTF Radio.com. We never stop.
Hey, what's good, everybody? You know what it be. It's the Loudmouth here, the Spotlight Radio Show. Along with Gemini Stacks and, of course, the lovely Vero G. Check us out every week with our celebrity guest DJs. You never know who's going to be in the building. Call in and tune in every week. Spotlight Radio Show, DTF Radio. Let's get it. You know the vibes.
You're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show every Wednesdays at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time with host Vero G, co-host the Loudmouth on DTF Radio.com.
You may take a break, not us. We never take a break. We're always on. WJRradio.net. Music 24/7.
Here we go! You're listening to DTF Radio.
DTF Radio. Number one.
That's that pain, nigga. Crying inside and feel like you ripping and wide. Goddamn, can't cry. All this thing you been in this side. Niggas can't decide. Nigga, which way did it go? How did it go? How can this be? My nigga used to be family to me. How can he cross the other side of the family tree? Them like them niggas ain't give them nigga air to breathe or bread to eat. My nigga still got in the streets, but damn. But then still he want me dead, putting prices on my head, nigga, like he want me well. Oh man, ain't no t-shirt on my heart, nigga. Fuck, I made this painting, nigga, make you niggas hurt. Dressing all black, my nigga driving on that hearse. I ain't no Paul Bearer, nigga, carrying on that curse. Nigga, put it all in, my niggas, if we down the wind. Fucking nigga, half of my niggas flowing like whirlwinds. Said they gone, my niggas dog when that 6 feet. Nigga grind angels, they gon' still on the side of me. I ain't got no time to leave, my niggas ain't no time to breathe. If them niggas asking to one of my niggas, and what's the beef? Pressure is on, no pressure is storm. Damn, my niggas like I'm carrying it on like there's a storm. Info A1s and AR-15 guns. My niggas getting ready, top of my rip, who's getting some. I'm a bricky ball from hungry niggas, snicker balls. Let them niggas come on, dog, and I'ma get my sycamore. Niggas ain't feeling me though, I'm feeling choke. Wait a minute, I'm in the studio booth, I'm feeling choke. All this smoke in my vest, smoke up in my chest, got me breathing on my demons, my niggas, I'm not impressed. Till I get up and see the niggas see. Playing hide and seek with hollow tips to make them flee. All these niggas and they crying on that beat. Niggas talking like they missing their homies been missing. See, how can you miss some niggas that's gone off this earth when you ain't never missing when it was here they getting work? That's that pain, see, that's that pain music. Feel it inside my niggas giving thing music. I'm the nigga driving a hearse, I carried on that curse. Never Paul Bearer, nigga, I'm going in for work. It's that pain music, this that thing music. How can niggas feel me, man? I'm going insane music. I could never be the Paul Bearer, no, I carry the hearse. Motherfucker driving the curse, let's go. Fuck niggas talking about, man? Paulo, bro. I'm back 2020, nigga. And niggas is hungry, man. Ugh.
Broadcasting 24/7. You know that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year. DTF Radio.com. We never stop.
What's up? Nobody can hear me. They mute me también. Oh, shit. What? The feds, man, to be on my ass, man. Those motherfuckers, man. All right, y'all hear me?
Absolute.
You do?
Yeah, we in one.
Okay, maybe it's my headphones that acting up. I don't know what's going on today. No, I don't hear myself at all. Wow, this is weird. I am talking. What do you?
Yeah, you talking. We can hear you though.
Yeah, but I can't hear mine. I was like, that's weird.
Yep.
Wow, this is weird. Is it the headphones? Hello. What's up, everybody? I don't hear me. All right, fuck it, whatever. Make the best of the situation. All right, guys, welcome to the Vero G.
Yeah.
All right, guys, welcome to the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show here live at DTF Radio from 5 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Forgive the delay, traffic, craziness.
Absolute.
Exactly, but we're here. That's what matters. I hope I hear it's weird. I think this ends acting up, but yes, guys, I have an exciting show for you guys. I see everybody here. Much love. I'm loving the love here today, by the way. Yes. No, not wrong. See, I tell you, they're trying to mute me. Exactly. But they're trying to mute me over here. I'm like, am I talking over here? What's going on here? What's going on? But yes, guys, before we get on the show, we have two amazing guests here. Two artists. One by the name of Apollo Godspeed. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes. We're having him on first on the show. Also, we got Arthur, an artist. He is an amazing person who I got met a couple of weeks ago on the show we did in Brooklyn. Big shout out to artists for that. Okay. And yeah. Oh, I could hear myself, but I can't hear. It's weird. They mute me here. I don't motherfuckers. Anyway, you can curse, by the way.
All right.
So you're good. You're
good.
Oh, you're good.
Gonna be a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry about it. You know how we do, man. Shit. Okay, we start. Hey now. But see what I'm talking about? All right, yes, getting hot here. But yeah, so we have another guest. We have an artist, an Arthur. He's an amazing guy who I met a couple of weeks back on the show. I got to see him in which was a guest panel as well. Okay. And he goes by Sylvester Watkins. So big shout out to both of you guys, by the way. Yeah. Salute. Yeah. Oh, I'm excited. I'm already sweating it out over here. My God. Ooh, what's up? So before we even get the show started, guys, there's quick announcements on here on the show. Of course, you know, it's host Vero G, host the Loudmouth here. Announcements, guys. Here I Am album is out now at all digital platforms. Guys, support. Please do. I appreciate it if you guys can. Go support it, and it's available on all platforms. Listen, what are you doing? All right, next thing, guys. Vote for both songs, Emi Kama and Let Him Heal You, which is available at www.ldmradio.com/vote. It's once a week, guys. Make sure you have a Google account. That's how they keep tracks of the votes. And support. That's what it's about, right?
That's how I keep going.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
See what makes the dream work.
That's right now. That's right. Yeah. So also, guys, real quickly, y'all already know it's Thanksgiving month, right? So we're gonna try to do something different every week we can on the show. And real quickly, I'm gonna add your input as well. But and let's go around the circle, as they say in school, right? So I'm gonna start from here, and then we'll go to you, and then also with Mr. Sylvester in a minute. I want your own opinion. What do you feel like thanks for this year? So I'm gonna start real quickly. I will say family, friends, and those who've been just supportive since day one. You know, definitely. So what about you, the Loudmouth? And his mic is off. This don't even look right. This is when you go live, right?
You hear me?
I don't. Yep. I remember my mute. I don't know what's wrong with this headphone. So I hope I hear you.
Everybody hear me out there?
Do you guys hear? You can hear.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I second what you said. Just thankful to still be here, and family is good. You know, health is the most important thing. You know, money is just a number, but
that's right. Yeah.
Everything's about health and family, and everything. So that's what I'm thankful for.
You're gonna make me cry. Stop. Okay, sorry about it. You're gonna make me cry. So I can't hear myself. So I feel weird. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Apollo. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. Now, for me, first of all, it has to be my health. You know what I'm saying? Because without my health, and I won't be able to wake up in the morning, get my energy to go do what I got to do. You know what I'm saying? What the case may be. Second of all, have to be my sons and my family. You know what I'm saying? Without them, nothing will be possible. I won't even do nothing. I'll probably be back out here in these streets. You know what I'm saying? Hustling, gunning up shit. You know what I'm saying? Running around doing whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I have a change of life after having my family in my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful to blessed to have that in my way. Now, like Loudmouth was saying, financial is just a math. You feel what I'm saying? It's mathematics. You can either add, division, multiply, or subtract. You get what I'm saying? You never know how you're gonna weigh it, but when you get it, you get it. You know what I'm saying? But
That's
other than
what-
that, I'm grateful for that, man. You
I
know?
love that. That's awesome. Sylvester, you want to jump in quickly on this one? He's like, shit. You know, you can come in the mic real quick. He like, yeah, man. I mean, it does at this part real quick because we gotta, yeah. He's like, shit, I'm here now. Like, pop me in, you know.
Let's put the shit in here, bro.
Oh, you had to go on the mic. Yeah, in the headphones. Yeah. Okay. He's like, wait a minute.
Get suited and booted.
Yeah, there you go, man. That's how we do it here, man.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, okay, yeah, he heard. Yeah.
All right. So what am I thankful this year? Pretty much to still be here. You know what I mean? We went through 2020. We went through COVID. And I can't tell you how many family members, community people, friends, people that's just not here.
Exactly.
So you know what I'm saying? It's just what I'm thankful for is I'm still here.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So no matter what, how I wake up, whether it's a good day, bad day, or regardless, you know, I'm still here. Plain and simple. So that's what it is for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, this is making a special Thanksgiving edition here now. Hey, you want to change the whole scenario up in this bitch now. At least I'll get the turkey and everything set up for you guys, okay? I'll make sure we go all pretty and everything. And we get some strippers too. All right, another side to another. Shit, we throw it in there. Just throw it in the side. You don't know nobody see the camera. Okay. But listen, it's like this all the time. Okay, so this is crazy. So, guys, today's guest, like I mentioned again, Arthur artist, actually wrong guy. Woo. Arthur artist Sylvester Watkins in the building. I'm excited. Let's give it up for him, guys. Yeah.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
You welcome. Also, we got artist Apollo Godspeed. So I'm signing. Can I just thank you guys for coming in the building, man?
Appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for helping us here.
You're welcome, guys.
Like we always condorse, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, I
you
love
gotta get back to get back. You know?
that is so true. I love this right here. That's what I'm talking about. Yes, definitely. Also, guys, before we get into the show, well, I had to get a new copy, but this is this is not how it looks like usually. But I had it in the bag. If you guys can see that.
Yep.
Okay.
What's that?
This is November. Ooh. Sidetrack. This is November's issue, guys, of Vero G Spotlight Magazine. Out now, available. You get it at www.madcloud.com. Again, this is not how it usually looks. It's because I had to try to travel with it, but it looks clear and crystal, you know, and all that good. And we got on the cover on this Sean Felder, who'll be on next week, guys, on the show. He's on the cover of November's issue, so definitely check that out. He's the CEO of XS Energy Drinks, guys. Go support that. Yeah, all right. And also we got the one and only. The book My Way by Arthur Sylvester Watkins.
That's right.
And I'm getting my autographed copy by Arthur's show. I've been waiting for that. You'll be excited. I love the love here today. I'm just
already, you already know.
Hey, man, that's how I be, man.
Don't get...
Hey, real recognize real. You feel what I'm saying? You can't fake that. You can't floss it. Can't fake that, man. If you real, you really show that all day. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna glow through you. You ain't gotta wear it. It's gonna glow through you. You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
Like you ain't gotta tell people what it is because understood don't need to be said. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say too much, but you know, I ain't gonna drop too much juice. But I'm saying that's what it is, though.
I love that. Okay, I'm just speaking to the truth. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
So, guys, real quickly, my Instagram, guys, you go follow me at official Vero G, or my website www.verogmusic.com, and or my artist page Vero G. You can find him under Captain Clutch 80 on Instagram, or JM Empire Media, and all that sort. So let's get right into. We changed the show a little bit for you guys, so I'm excited. First, we're gonna start with artist spotlight segment. Yeah, this is exciting. All right, so. So we're right now with Apollo Godspeed. We just played a few. Actually, we played one of his songs, right? I believe, right? The Loudmouth. Yes. Which song was that? What we played? Freestyle. Ooh.
That one's good. That one's actually called Pain Music. I didn't get a chance to title that yet, but it's called Pain Music. You know.
So it's entitled.
It's entitled now. Yeah.
Okay,
I just basically released that album about last week. You know what I'm saying? So.
So we got an exclusive here.
Absolutely.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say I had another exclusive for you too, but I don't know if you were able to push it up.
Well, we can because the other guests can kind of postpone it today. So
all right, that's a bet.
We'll make it work.
All right.
Awesome. So before we get into your music and everything, let's get to know who is Apollo Godspeed.
Oh man, you want to get in depth into that?
Girl, you know we got time now. Come on.
It's like swimming across the Atlantic and the ocean right now. I mean,
okay.
All right. So me, Apollo Godspeed. I mean, I came from. I'm gonna say like this. I came from the struggle. You get what I'm saying? Originally born town, Chicago, Illinois. You know what I mean? South Holliston. If anybody know, that's Southside Chicago. I've been around the whole scene, man. You know what I'm saying? GD, VD, Vice Lord. You know what I'm saying? The whole nine. I can't scream out everybody because you feel what I'm saying?
I understand.
You know what I mean? But I had to escape from that lifestyle. You feel what I'm saying? Thank God for my mom. She was like, "Yo, listen, your pops is in the military. That's one way to go." You know what I'm saying? Your grandfather's in the church. That's another way to go. And you got me. I'm in medical. That's another way to go. So you got 3 avenues you can choose. Pick and choose which one you're gonna do. So for me, I mean, it took me. I'm not gonna lie. It took me as a young man to bump my head a couple of times. You feel what I'm saying? Like my last one, realistically, when I got shot 3 times, almost lost my life by a police officer. You get what I'm saying? Because of the, I really could have just pulled over. You know what I'm saying? Took my L, what it is, what it is. You know what I'm saying? Take a little ticket. But me being hot headed as I was that day, things escalated, went from one side to another. You feel what I'm saying?
But you're here now, so man.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. But other than that, man, like I'm saying, like married man, been married for like 7-8 years now. You know what I'm saying? 5 kids. You know.
I love this.
I want to say shout out, happy birthday to my baby's mother. As a matter of fact, you know, today's her birthday.
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna keep her name, you know, an anonymous.
I respect that. Listen, no trouble, no issues, no drama.
You
I
feel
got
me?
it.
So yeah, I want to say happy birthday to her, man. You know what I'm saying? That's actually my first child mother. You know what I'm saying? The first one that came in my world. You know, we as, you know, relationship as we was, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we still got that co-parenting, you feel me? And that's the only thing that really matters at the end of the day. As long as my son's happy, that's all I care for. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm always gonna be there for him, man. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, no matter what I'm doing, where I'm at, or what I'm going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna be there for him, man. And that's just what it is. And for my stepkids, man, you know what I'm saying? I love them to death also, even though they like my own. You feel what I'm saying? You know, they doing pretty well, doing good. Me, I also have it's not just I'm not just an artist, you know what I'm saying? I have other things going on, but
yes, tell some more about that. Yeah.
All right, Pep. Yeah. So I have my own record label.
Ooh, nice.
It's called For You Dynasty Rico Entertainment. Which you look it up right now, you look up my major artist right now, Keno Nocturne. He just actually released a track with Busy Bone. So you can check that out on YouTube. It's called Make Money. You know what I'm saying? If you want to pull that up, you know what I'm saying? Check that out if you want. We also got magazines, you know what I'm saying? I'm a promoter for booking management. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a medical assistant, and I'm also a mental health associate.
That's
you know
amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm trying to get in there. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm all around. I'm saying, like, so when it come down like Thanksgiving, I have to get back to my community. You feel what I'm saying? So if I can't do a turkey drive, whatever the case may be, if I could hold up a show and just say, hey man, all local artists will come through, spend $5, $2, $3, whatever.
Something.
You feel me? Even if you ain't got it, just let me know you ain't got it. I'll throw you on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Just to say I'm giving back. You giving back to your community by showing your talent, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, community's giving back to you by giving their time to watching you. So you're giving back to get back. You get what I'm saying?
I love
that's what it's all about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta build up this community. And so many times our community been torn down, pretty much segregated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Separated, and it's been too much judgmental. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, won't you open up your eyes and realize we all the same? Color is not really a color. It's just a word. You know what I'm saying? Just a word. You know what I'm saying? Only color that really matters is green. You agree with me?
100%.
Green, right?
Ooh,
green. That's the only color I see.
this.
You know what I mean? The only color I see is green. You feel what I'm saying?
True.
I don't see no red, no purple, no blue, no black. What's that? What's that to me? If you say green, okay, I can understand that 100%. What's up? But any other color, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You my brother, you my cousin, you my sister. What's up? What's the beef? You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people out here talking about, well, I'm from this side, I'm from this side, I'm from this side. Well, bro, don't you realize that that's how who you banging with is on the other side? That's your cousins, that's your brothers, that's your uncles, that's your niece, that's your nephews. Who you banging with? You banging with yourself? Or you banging who you going against with? You know what I'm saying?
True.
Where's your morals? Where's your code?
Ooh,
I mean, there's a lot of things, bro, that go into, like I said, man, it's a little deep there.
See, no, he should have gone to that show because we was talking. We'll talk one more about it with him as well.
Yeah.
The conscious concert we did, and it talks about, like you mentioned, things that we got to see outside of our own neighborhood. Box, exactly, and embrace that and bring it back to our neighborhood.
Real talk.
You know,
Real
man,
talk.
see, you got me deep into this. No, get me started.
You know what I'm saying? But you know,
awesome.
this is what I do in my podcast as well. You know what I'm saying? I allow everybody to come through. You know what I'm saying? We chop up. You know what I'm saying? Basic. You know, all around the world. You know what I'm saying? World news. It's not just here in the city, here in the state. It could be outside. You know what I'm saying? We got more troubles outside in Libya, Africa.
Yes.
All that. I'm saying, even though we, as people say, we really shouldn't care. Why shouldn't you care? Because when they crumble, guess who's coming after your next? The big, great, white, big ass America. You're getting knocked down. You get what I'm saying? So they're taking out the small ones and want to say, okay, the ones you call for a recruit, you know what I'm saying? You're going to take them out.
Wow.
And now after all, I'm gone, guess what? Come for the big boss.
Exactly. Exactly. It's
What you
just
wanna do about
it's all layers. It's all layers, and it
Absolutely.
goes into the ladder
Yeah.
of how far can it get to that plateau, as they say.
Exactly. Now, if you're not paying attention, guess how fast your domino effect will clock. You get me? It's all clockwork. It's all clockwork, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, this is some deep stuff today. I needed this.
Yeah.
We gotta do a part 2 on
Already
this.
know.
Yes.
Already know.
Woo! I'm ready. Like we getting the juices going in right now.
Man.
Yes,
You know?
yes. That's awesome. But I want to before we go back to the music with you, I wanted to talk more about the mental health because that's very important for me.
Yep.
Now, talk about that to the listeners or viewers watching right now.
Sure.
Like, what is your position, if you don't mind?
No, I don't mind at all.
Okay, and then how do you want to use that with your music? Collide with your music as well. We could talk about that.
Watch this.
Yeah,
Okay. So basically, I'm a mental health associate. I work with the adolescents from the ages from 12 all the way up to 24.
Okay.
A lot of them inside that program don't really have mental health issues. They just needed somebody that have, you know what I'm saying, the guidance, to understand them. You know what I'm saying? They want to have patience to talk with them, to basically understand the pain that they're going through. Everybody goes through pain.
Yeah.
But not everybody knows how to express their pain. You get what I'm saying? A lot of people like to hide in their pain and say, no, I'm okay, I'm good. I'm smiling. But on the inside, they tore you know what I'm saying? They tore it down. And they're being ripped apart. And they don't know how to stitch themselves back together. They don't know who to go to vent. You can't vent to nobody. You know what I'm saying? You try to vent to your best friend, guess what they're gonna do? Run to the next person and tell all your motherfucking business of what you just said.
True.
Who can you trust? You get what I'm saying?
That is so true.
So it's like I'm there to be like, hey, you know what, bro? I'm the conference room. You get me? I'm the other, what you call it, priest. But I ain't gonna be the one that sit on my lap and I'm gonna touch you unless you know that ain't me. You feel me? I ain't with all that shit. You feel me?
I got you.
I'm not trying to speak about no churches, whatever case may be, but I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm kind of like that one who you can come to. You feel what I'm saying? Like I've been there, I've seen so much stuff. I've done through so many things. It's like anything you try to come to me as a young one, you couldn't tell me nothing new, bro. It's not new underneath my son. I've been there, I've done that. You get what I'm saying? Before I was out here running around in the streets 10, 11 years old, I was stealing cars.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Now it's just for the survival. I had to survive. You feel what I'm saying? Exactly. My mom was working 2 or 3 jobs. She had to pay the rent, pay food and say whatever case may be. But still, I was in sports. I was in basketball, football, playing. You know what I'm saying? Awesome. I was the one who was smart. You feel me? I was book smart, but street smart. But at the same time, I was not the one to be fucked with. I'll tell you that one.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying I'd be cool, calm, and collective. But the minute you piss me off, you won't even know I'm pissed off. Because I'm not even gonna tell you nothing. You know what I'm saying? Everything's gonna be shut down. I'm just gonna give you that look and walk away. And I walk back around you again.
Wow.
Done deal, baby.
It's like it's like having, like you say, in a way, street is smart. You know what I'm talking about? It's like street smart,
yeah. Book smart,
and you know what I'm saying, and then also
survival smart.
Exactly. So it's good to have both. Mm-hmm. And you guys both are. I'm telling you, I have to talk about the book quickly here. My Way. I read the whole book from the beginning to the very end, and it made me cry. You have to get his book. And I'm not just saying because he's here, it's not a plug, but
right.
This is something which you just talked about.
Yeah.
Definitely, you talked about it. Yeah. He experienced it also in different ways.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody go through their different pains, bro. We're
gonna talk. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. This is very informative, very educational, and something that we need to talk about.
Okay.
Especially for our youngins, our young youth, like you mentioned.
Yep.
And I just want to applaud you, man.
Appreciate that.
To work with the youth and then to deal with, they're going through their own hell, as they say.
Right.
And if it has someone like you to come along and help them and guide them, and what you have your own experience, your background, we need that.
Absolutely.
Definitely. I just want to say
because you know what, I'm still something out of Tupac said. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
The youth is the future.
Definitely. And then you said also want to add, like, how do you use that with your music? Because I know you know how us artists, we use our pain and our situations to put it in the music, and that's what.
And everything that comes out of my music is everything what I've been doing, what I'm going through. I'm saying it's just basically an emotional expression, me. You know what I'm saying? I'm expressing my emotions, expressing myself through my music. You feel me? So I don't want nobody looking at me, oh, he a trap rapper, or nigga, he just. Nah, bro, I'm more realistic. I'm a lyrical rapper at the same time, but I'm a realistically down to earth rapper. You know what I'm saying?
Love that.
I'm not gonna rap about, you know what I'm saying, fucking with bitches and hooping on our calls and all this dumb shit. Nah, I'm gonna tell you exactly who I am, what I'm about.
Facts.
You get what I'm saying? And nigga, you push me to that level, or we can get there. You know what I'm saying? And then secretly, I tell you through my raps, we gonna get there. You get me? But at the end of the day, if you can't pick between them lines, I'm not doing this. I'm just doing.
Oh shoot! No, okay.
But I'm just saying though.
No,
you know
I
understand. I mean,
okay.
Shit get real out here in the field though. I'm saying, because it's like, man, like yo, a lot of people, man, they claim they real, bro, but You can't claim that you real
Mhm.
if you taking the same community that you came out of with the youth, teaching them to do the same dumb shit that you won't even do.
Exactly.
You scared to do. But you know that this one ain't got the mind wrapped up too tight real quick. You know what I'm saying? They actually do what they need to do. You know what I'm saying? So you take them and make them. You can't call yourself an OG, man.
Yep.
I slapped the dog piss out somebody, man. They calling them telling me right now and say, look, I'm an OG in my hood, but I do this. You a fool. That's what you is, bro. You's a fool. Because at the end of the day, when things switch around the table, things go down. You be the first one to rack on that little homie, and that little homie take all that motherfucker punishment, and you think he and the little homie's mind, I just got my stripes for the hood.
Wow, that's deep.
What's the stripes? What is stripes?
They end up being dead or in jail, God forbid. And then what? What they gonna teach the other kids that's norm, and that's not because
that ain't no norm.
Exactly,
that ain't no norm, man. You know what I'm saying? What the norm is what I just got through saying.
It's beautiful.
Teach each other.
That's what
teach
we need.
to learn to grow, and once you grow, then you can start actually growing your family. Because it starts with you. It starts as a young person. Your mind is so young. It is at the age of 12 years old, your mind is a sponge.
It is.
Anything around you, anything people say, how people act, you're gonna act, think, and react the same way. Say I'm different. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
Say anything different about that. I guarantee you look outside this world, you can see white kids, right? See that? No, I mean not like I said, I'm not picking colors.
No, listen, speak the truth. I'm letting you go ahead.
All right. So like I'm not trying to pick colors in it, but
it's okay.
You go out there, you go see, you know what I'm saying, little white boy. Say for instance, little Johnny, little Jimmy, little Joe, you know what I'm saying? Pop out there working on some machines, you know, being a mechanic or working on Wall Street.
Yes.
You get what I'm saying? Finances, whatever. Anything that keeping the money and the finances to keep it going. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Our black men, we got just about the same thing, but yet guaranteed our black men community don't follow the same footsteps as our grandfathers and our fathers did. What they do, they go follow the same so-called OGs in the hood. You get what I'm saying? And when they follow that OG in the hood, that's when their whole life crumbles. And then by the time they get 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, they look back like, damn, I could have did this. I could have did that. I could have did this. Half of them don't even have no GED. Half of them don't even know how to drive a car properly. Half of them don't even have a license. Half of them can't even rent a motherfucking apartment. You know why? You ain't got no credit. You ain't started when you was in youngin. You ain't had nobody teaching that when you was in youngin. Now you getting mad at your, you know what I'm saying? Your opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or basically making it, but you ain't make it because you ain't put yourself in that position. You get what I'm saying?
This is amazing.
I mean, just because you don't have that guidance doesn't mean you can't force yourself to be in that position.
Exactly.
You can always make up your mind and say, nah, bro, enough is enough.
And let's just break that pattern. That's what the main cause is, because you said it's
cycle.
been generations of us. I'm a minority as well. I'm Spanish, and I seen it in my own culture, like the same thing what you mentioned. Parents where they seen their parents being drug dealers and God knows what else, and they follow that pattern because they think it's the norm. Like I said, and they say, you know, oh, it's okay, it's cute, or like the man being the woman, and then the son grows up to be his girlfriend, and it's the pattern. We have to break that in our own community. You know, and embrace and tell these beautiful young children and educate them at a young age. This is what we should be living a normal life and love each other, unite. You know, not be with the nonsense like we see out there right now.
Oh man, speaking of those boys, man.
Listen, we could go about the Rittenhouse. You know, I'm talking about that guy. Listen,
he brought up a great point.
Yes,
he's speaking about the OGs and it's how they pretty much failed the community. And the thing is that where you've been looking for the answers haven't been there, and that's pretty much been in the men. And that's the comparison pretty much he's saying from the white families to the black families.
Absolutely.
So then it goes back to what you were just saying. Then it's like, then how do you make that solution with it? And then it goes back to, like you said, to love, but and being taught the right way. But if we don't have the right role models or somebody who's actually doing it the right way, or at least to admit and stand up and say, well, guess what? I fucked up. I did it wrong.
Exactly.
Because now that's accountability. You know what I'm saying? To just at least say, I fucked up. I did it wrong. And then you can start being able to correct it from there. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's, it's kind of where the youth are pretty much at now. They're identifying themselves in so many different ways.
Exactly.
But it's finding that love that wasn't given by the elders. And that's back to what he said. You should have had an older man that was an elder who showed you what love was, not on the block just making money. You know what I'm saying? But it all circles. It all recircles.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It all recircles.
Nothing happened overnight.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
definitely.
And that's exactly how the circle begins. You feel me? Because like bro was saying, you breaking it down. You feel me? That's exactly how the circles is. Because at the end of the day, sometimes it goes back counterclockwise.
Yes.
But sometimes it goes clockwise. It all depends on how the person is. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So say for instance, you can have an OG, you know what I'm saying, who's basically don't even realize he's an OG because he's young G himself. But don't even realize he's an OG because the mentality is already up there.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So them younger ones that's around him, that's close to him as a friend.
Yeah.
They really looking up him as a role model. Like, hey, bro, when you go out there, when you do this and that, I'm not really hating. I'm just looking at it like, damn, he really did it.
Oh.
Don't get me wrong. I got mad homies right now around me right now. Cousins, brothers, uncles.
Wow.
Sisters, nieces, nephews.
Oh my God.
Looking at me and it's like, hey, bro, damn, you really did it.
Oh.
Like, damn, bro. Like, I can't believe it, man. Like, I may not get that much love, and you know what I'm saying, as they go on live with the kids, maybe. Exactly.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying?
That is
I still
hope.
get that love. Yeah.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Still here.
And it's like
Yeah.
I'm drinking that direction was like, okay, you can watch me. Watch what I do. You feel what I'm saying? Because what I do is as an avenue for you to grow, for you to uplift. You get what I'm saying? Like if you go on my other radio page, Royalty Radio 617, I got the picture of Malcolm X.
Wow.
That's what I stand for. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful.
That whole mindset, well, not maybe the whole mindset, but just about the majority of the mindset. You get what I'm saying?
Stuff. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like I'm with that. You feel what I'm saying? That's the
that.
avenue that I'm on. I'm on that path right there. You get me? But it's like me myself, right? I feel like I can't, and that's the reason why I never left the hood. I can't leave the hood.
Because you want to make enrich out of it unfortunately what it is, but you want to polish it and fix and make the rest of it the future generations to come say, you know what, like you made it, you're an amazing role model. Anybody else can make it, like you just mentioned, you know, and that's what we need more of. We need more role models to enforce that.
Real talk. You know why I can't leave the hood though? Real talk. That's realistically my palace and my empire. You get what I'm saying? Like, for me to sit back, go back to the hood, if I make it to the way how I need to make it, my first objection, buy the whole projects out.
Oh, man.
Get out of there. Get out of there. You know what I'm saying? All that I'm saying, low income assistance, all that bullshit, get out of there. Out of there. We don't need all that government because the only thing the government is really doing is taking more control over us.
Of course, you know that. That's
you get
obvious.
what I'm saying? The more we have our own freedom. You feel me? Now, vice versa, when back in the day when you had our 80s and 90s drug dealers, no, I'm gonna say 70s. Say 80s drug dealers. You get what I'm saying? Those are real bosses. Woo. I can't say for the 90s. You get what I'm saying? Reason why I can't say for the 90s because I'm actually in the 90s era. You get me? So I already know. You feel me? I can't count it for the 90s, but for the 70s, 80s on back. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Some real OGs. You know what I'm saying? They taught you how really I do. You come down to the community, or not even community, so you come down to the bar, to the club, whatever. You see them come play their cards, play their space, whatever. And any problem, any troubles in that community, and you go, they went straight to that one person. Yeah. And that person said, hey, this is how you gonna do it. If you're gonna do it, do it. If you ain't gonna do it, leave it alone. You get what I'm saying?
That's deep. Yeah. You're right. It's true though.
Now, basically saying this, right? The government got their own president. Now it was a description, well, kind of like a wool over our eyes when we had Obama. You know what I mean? He was somewhat for us, but really wasn't for us. Got it. I see what you're saying. You get me? Yeah. So now what about we had somebody in our own community, a police in our own community? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's true. Welfare in our own community, which is we somewhat already do, from bodegas and you know what I'm saying, food drives and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If we have more financial backings behind that, guess what, government? Game over. Get the fuck out of here. Exactly. That's the way how you shut down the government. You know what I'm saying? Man, I tell you, this is gonna be. I'm sorry, go ahead. You gotta be in my some rows. because people really think it's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna go to war, or I'm going to war on State Street, or I'm gonna go to war with state police. You ain't doing nothing but hurting your own self and your peoples. Exactly. But when you really take them out of position to really have that power and control, that's when you destroy everything they built. They can't have nothing. They don't have a leg to stand on. Wow. Say, for instance, you got concrete right now. Concrete is your foundation, right? Concrete breaks and cracks after a couple of years or so. Yes. Right? When after it get wet, you know what I'm saying? It get wet and it get dry, get wet and dry, it get wet and dry, and before you know it, it loses concentration before it breaks, right? Yeah. It's the same thing with the fuck we doing. Wow. You're breaking down you break it down the government one by one, and guess what? That's the people who did their PPEs and PUA loans, you're stupid for that shit too. Because you should have turned around and should have used that for the better use, so therefore they couldn't come back for you to get that. Ooh.
Ooh.
But you want to spin around. I'm saying you want to do.
And that's so important.
Yeah.
What he's saying right
You know what I
there.
mean?
Oh
And
man,
it-
listen.
and what a big thing is, we were talking about this the other day, is programming.
Yeah.
We all have to realize how
Yeah.
programmed we are. So even when you're trying to create a solution out of the madness that's going on, people's minds are still programmed,
Yes.
and they don't realize that they are. So you can come and say you got a solution, Leah, let's put money into government, let's do ABC.
Yeah.
Everybody got PPEs. That don't mean nobody busting the move,
Exactly.
because they're
This is
programmed. When
deep,
I
tell
get
me.
my PPE,
Yep.
that money's paying off this. I'm
Yep,
going to get
yep,
this. I'm
yep.
going to get that.
That's
Pretty
Whether
much.
they realize-
You got to pay that back.
whether
Yeah.
they realize
Yeah.
it or not. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're programmed.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? So it's the reprogramming that we have to do of ourselves, because if you haven't reprogrammed yourself,
Yep.
then you can't lead or show me anything.
Absolutely.
If you haven't reprogrammed yourself
Yes.
to download all of the bullshit
Yep, yep.
and then
Mm.
re-upload
Woo.
what
Yep.
should be authentic.
Yep.
And if you haven't done that already, then you're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You
You're
just
not
stuck.
going to
You're
get help.
running
But
in
we
place.
can't go together.
Yeah, this game.
But we as a people can't come together. And that's
Yeah.
why it's so hard and stressful to say, okay, I have a solution over here for what we can do. How come I
Yep.
never can get no support?
Yep.
And you can't get the support
Very
because
true.
people's minds are programmed
Yep.
with
Elsewhere.
food,
Yeah.
with
With certain
the
things
that money
already-
can buy, with different things
Yes.
that pull their attention
Absolutely.
that way, to
Yes.
where they're not even programmed to focus on
Yep.
what really matters the most.
Absolutely.
So if you start
True.
with yourself,
Yeah.
which is why I introduced my way, because
Woo,
you have
man.
a path, you have a way, you have a path, you have a way, I have my own. And we don't all identify our own path for
Absolutely.
ourselves,
Absolutely.
then we're not doing shit for nobody.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So
Yes.
this right here is basically my walk of me loving myself.
Real
And
talk.
it's not necessarily from somebody showing me how to love myself.
You
It's
have
from
to-
tired of dealing with all of the fake
All the
love
bullshit that
and
she's
then
dealing
looking in
with,
the
yeah.
mirror and beginning to learn what the love
So
is. You get what
true.
I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh,
And then
man.
you start building on that. What's next is trust. Realize it or not, we don't trust people. We don't even really trust ourselves
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah,
We
that's true.
trust that we're
That's
gonna
true.
Wow.
adhere to how we're programmed.
Yes.
But we don't trust that we have enough power within ourselves to step away from the programming
Right.
and think for
Woo.
ourselves,
Right,
so
right.
that we can
Man.
do some of the things that
Absolutely.
you're talking about. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? So
That's-
Preach.
that's where we keep
We
coming
need
back
this.
to. No,
Yes.
100%. No,
I'm
100%.
loving this. Go ahead.
That's
I'm just enjoying yourself. Like, go ahead.
No,
Just-
100%. But
Definitely.
it's the programming. So what this book here is my way.
Yes.
It just takes you daily of how begin to break down all of the bull crap that's here,
Right.
and it start from the ground and start to
Structuring
build
right back up.
And then once you built up,
Yes.
you realize how you are authentic in life, because there's something here that we all need from you. If you're not giving and you haven't found your way, we miss.
Exactly.
Real
You
talk.
get what I'm saying?
Real
So
talk.
you're not a help. You're just there. You're
Exactly.
just sucking up air and being a waste. The same thing. If he hasn't found his
Wow.
authenticity,
Yep.
what is he doing for his
Sucking-
neighborhood and his
Just sucking
community?
up waste,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it
Oh,
starts with us
man.
all getting our own way. Once we
Exactly.
have our way,
Very true.
then I can walk into this room and I can tell you whether he's enlightened or not.
Yeah.
He ain't got to speak. I can
Yep.
feel his energy because
Yep.
I'm
I'm over
already
here
where I'm
like-
supposed to be.
Yeah.
Let me just take the
You get what I'm
headphones
saying?
off.
Yeah, we
I'm like-
already on one accord.
I'm
because
loving it,
I've
yeah.
done my work. He's done his work.
Yeah.
Yes.
And now we can actually make something happen,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to coming in the room, like he said, with his OGs and everybody's focused on green. Or
Mm-hmm.
you come into a room where people are focused on well, he's black or
Mhm.
she's white. You know, they got all these other things that are blinding their vision to
Exactly.
They're
being
not-
able to
Yeah,
see
the
the real
covenants, yeah,
thing
yeah.
that's there.
You know what they say is like the third eye. If it's not open, you're not awoke.
Yeah,
If
that's
you're
it. Yeah.
and there's a few
100%.
that are
Yeah.
enlightened or woken, like you mentioned, and you guys are woken. You already see what is way before what others, and that's why we need people like you
Absolutely.
to continue on your purpose, your mission. Like you said, and see, keep putting it out there in your music or what your work you're doing. You have to, because that is your purpose and what you're here for this. You know
Absolutely.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep,
So I just have to throw it in
Yeah.
that.
Definitely, 100%.
Not a
Absolutely,
problem.
yeah.
Not a problem. All right, we all track. Oh my god. I mean, we could go on to go part 2 because I really am deep into stuff like what you mentioned, and
Yeah, yeah.
and I respect Malcolm X. I mean, I know people kind of like, oh, well, he's the white racism. Listen, he's not about that. He's about
And
what-
stronger as black people first.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
It-
And then we can basically come around together and basically work something together. But if we
Exactly.
don't work for ourselves, and
Yes.
like brother was saying, if you don't
Yeah,
love yourself, how can you love somebody else?
That's right. And he was just at the time the civil rights movement. It was just the timing that he needed. Like you said, Martin Luther
Yeah.
King, same time, he was trying to get his people awakened.
Mhm.
Listen, we got to fight. We can't fight by guns in all the ways. We got to fight by protesting. The white people don't like it because we're going to overthrow them. Don't get me wrong what I'm about to say, but it's the truth. And that's why we have to, like Martin Luther King had mentioned, it's about uniting.
Yep.
It's about uniting all race into one and love one another and embrace it. And we need, I'm telling you, this is deep. I'm telling you, listen, those who are watching, listening, guys, please comment, because this is a real deep-ish episode. Forgive me. This is like mind fuck shit right now. Sorry. I had to mention that. Sorry. Had a moment. Oh my God. I gotta get me some sage later on. Okay. All right. So back to here. So but thank you guys. You guys are amazing. You guys are amazing.
Appreciate
No,
it being here.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. But let's get back back to the music now. Woo, that's right. Okay. So huh? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so we keep trying. Okay, got you. Okay, thanks for the time check. See, the time check me. Okay,
I like that. I like that.
See, like when you know you're talking, right? You know, oh shit, that's how I get into it. That's why. So I had a moment.
Yep.
But let's talk about real quickly your upcoming projects. All right, I'm sorry, it's a lot of things happening.
Yep.
Sidetrack, but back to you now. Okay, so what upcoming projects do you have coming up for you?
So right now, we plan on having a tour coming up pretty soon. We're just waiting for the COVID-19 to kind of spread down, break down a little bit, whatever case may be. But I'm realistically waiting for word to get back from Busy Bone, because he's actually trying to do something 2022.
Awesome.
So he's gonna start up from Boston and just work on the way up. That's a hush, that's exclusive. You just got it from me, but don't go outside this room. You feel what I'm saying?
This is y'all all first heard it here, okay?
Yeah, I mean, so hey,
All right, exclusive here first. All right, yeah. He comes back, he give us a fresh.
You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
That new album was called Look in the Window. Look in the window is basically, you know what I'm saying, it's basically saying look in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? But only in the mirror you can only reflect yourself, you know what I'm saying? But in the window, you not only get a reflection of yourself, but you reflect through yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That.
So through you, it's through your people, it's your community. You know what I'm saying?
Awesome.
It's now for the reason why I came with the name Apollo. Okay.
I was gonna ask you that the Apollo God. I know God because I already know you have it.
Yeah.
Like it's enlightened, Godspeed. But I have to. You just read my
see,
mind. Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. See, you're getting it. You're clicking it.
Go ahead.
All right. So basically, right.
Mm-hmm.
The Greek mythology, Apollo, right? It's supposed to be Greek mythology for the sun god. You know what I mean? Before Apollo was a sun god, it was Helios.
Yes.
You know? So before Helios even became, right? It was the sister, Selena, which is the moon.
Wow.
Right? Now, when the moon and Helios kind of danced with each other and became the birth of Apollo. Right?
Nice.
Now, the birth of Apollo basically means the enlightened one, the one who rides the sky with the chariot of horses. You know what I'm saying? Who basically brings the sun to the day, but also chariots brings the dead, you know, to deliver faces.
Wow.
Which is actually tied into Egyptian mythology, which is Anubis, King Ra, or God Ra, Seth, which is the king of the underworld, which is somewhat like Hades. You get what I'm saying? So you kind of see how both of them kind of bounce and balance with each other, right?
Yeah.
So with that being said, was right, Apollo was for me, like people were saying, the enlightened one. You ride that, you know what I'm saying? So you take that and you learn from with the mistakes that you have already made.
Yes.
And try to create that, recreate the mistakes that you already made.
Ooh.
But at the same time, you gotta enlighten your people.
Yes.
And be truth with yourself. You get what I'm saying? To like you were saying, acknowledge your problems. You know what I'm saying? Acknowledge your wrongs. You know what I'm saying? So for me, right, when I was going through my situations, I would first call sincere. You know what I'm saying? There was nothing sincerely about me. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I never smiled. I ain't really chill with people like that. I was one cold-blooded little dude. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I was cold-blooded. You know what I'm saying? But I turned my life around because when I met my wife, you know what I'm saying? She was just like, listen, man, like, I love everything you do. I love what you got going on, but all that street nonsense, bro, you gonna have to hang that up, brody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to make a choice. I had to make a decision. So my mom was just like, she was reading the Bible one time, and I'm sorry.
Someone was calling, but I was like, I was so in tune to what you're saying. I'm like, I don't want to like kind of disturb the conversation.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
We got a caller, but if whoever called, please call back. We'll pick up. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's really. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my mom was going through the Bible, right, and she was basically like,
wow.
Won't you read the book of Enoch? You know, because you just basically go back to your original roots. You know what I'm saying? You're Rastafarian. Go back to your roots. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way how you're gonna find yourself. Because being with anybody else and around anybody else, I'm saying they already lost. So once you find yourself again, you know what I'm saying? Because you're lost. And I never knew what she meant. You know what I'm saying? I was young and stupid. I didn't know what she meant. I'm lost. What you mean I'm lost? I got everything I got going on. What you talking about? I'm lost. I got my car, I got the house, I got cash, I got money, I got all this, and that. I'm lost. What am I lost about?
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay,
you know
sorry.
Like,
wait, that's not mine.
This time, right?
I'm like, mess over here.
Right.
So
the question was like, what am I lost about? But then, like a couple of weeks after she said that to me, I was in the trap house. And in my gut, something was telling me an hour before, bro, you made enough money, get up out of here, go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I guess as we all said, the devil be on your side. He talking to you. You know what I'm saying? But nah, you make enough money yet. You talking about, nigga, we 24/7. We out here.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So peer pressure, more so say. You know what I'm saying? My man's like, yo, bro, I want to be in the trap by myself. This and that. Do you mind? You know, whatever coming through, man. I was on my way out the door, but you know what? I'll decide to stay with you. So 10 minutes, we upstairs, we in the kitchen.
Okay.
Cooking up the work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And I seen a shadow go past the back door.
Oh my God.
So I thought none of us. No, I'm bugging. Fuck that shit. I'm bugging. So as I walking from the stove to the sink, you know what I'm saying? Put the motherfucking. Now imagine the bitch is boiling hot. Now niggas know we in the kitchen. You know we cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This shit boiling hot now, bro. You ain't gonna have no shit. No hold the shit in your hand for no more than like a minute before you drop it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So as a minute, it was a reaction how they kicked in the door. Oh, and so when I went like this, whoop, off his eyes. Now he blinded for the rest of his life. You get what I'm saying?
Ooh.
So not only I get hit for basic distribution and working, whatever the case may be.
Gotcha.
Inside, you know, Class B felony, such and such. How to get some of that talked down. You get what I'm saying? With my lawyer, I'm not gonna spend too much on that, but you know what I'm saying? After that, when I came home, my mom was like, now you understand what your wife was saying. I said, I got it. I said, I gotta lighten myself. I gotta love myself. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, I gotta lighten my people to let them know, like, bro, we made enough. Let's stop. You know what I'm saying? Same way how BMF and everybody else got caught the fuck up. They didn't want to stop.
Yeah.
They had enough. They done enough. Nobody wanted to stop. When do you stop? You know what I'm saying? When do you quit? There's no really in the game. They don't really have you the whole stint where it says, well, this is when you start and this is where you end. This is a game where you really don't really end. You get what I'm saying?
Very true. Oh, and I think like, wait a minute. Yeah, hello, I'm here. You know what's up? No, but this is deep conversation. When sometimes I know when we have these conversations because I want people to embrace this and understand. Like, there's so much in life just besides the stuff you mentioned, guys. Things that we see in the regular, you know. And I just want people to embrace this and educate themselves and learn. There's so much out there to be learned. At. In our schools, they don't teach us this. So, like, you know, you have to educate yourself more further on. Outside school and everything else, you know what that is said. But definitely, we're gonna get back to you in a minute. I got you. We got a lot to talk about too. So, we in there, baby. We in there. We're gonna play his music in a few minutes here because wrapping it up with him. But I do want to real quickly Apollo. So we're gonna play. We played freestyle, right? Well, actually, it was Untitled, song Untitled. Yep. But you know, for that, and then
play music. Yep.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. Listen, man, my mind's.
I got you. We on it.
Shit, I'm trying over here now. Who's that? Okay.
Sleepless Nights and Run Up Get Gun Up. So that's next to us.
Oh, no, not fun. I appreciate it. Much love. All right, let me get my notes here. I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh. Okay, so also, guys, another thing I wanted to talk to you real quick before we get out of here with you as well. You have another song, a couple of songs you gave us, right? I believe, right?
Yeah.
I want to just double check that. See, my notes is everywhere today because usually don't do this backwards. So I'm sorry. It's just what's going on with me today? What's going on? Look at my notes. I can't look for real. I'm like, wait a minute, what songs I have to write here? This for you. Listen, I'm like, wait a minute. It's the right artist, right? Listen, man, I have my days. Okay, right now. Okay, so we're gonna play 2 songs. We're gonna take a break, but before we do, real quickly, shout outs, social media, those two things. Yeah.
All right, bet. So shout outs right now, I'm saying to the whole team, Willie Dynasty Regal Entertainment, Regal Management Team. Shout out to my wife right now who just came on, wanted to call me while we in the middle of this shit.
Oh, you can call real quick if you want. Yeah. I was like, I feel so bad. I was like,
yeah, man.
Damn.
Big shout outs to my homie, you know what I'm saying? My artist Kino Nocturne, who's in Trinidad right now. It was actually from Boston, Massachusetts as well. You know what I'm saying? That's the artist who did the track with Busy Boom.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna try to get that sent to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you see. I'm gonna let you let that play. That's out now. You know what I'm saying? I've been out for a couple months now. You know what I'm saying? That's one of our first major release. So big shouts out to him. Like I said, we getting our tour coming around pretty soon, whatever case may be. And, you know what I'm saying? Social media, everything's Apollo Godspeed. Nothing different. You know what I'm saying? I don't make it too confusing for anybody. So it's Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok.
The whole works.
YouTube,
everywhere.
The whole works. Apollo Godspeed. That makes it so easy for everybody
Listen,
to get
man. you can't find another one. Just the original right now. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, listen, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people do try and switch their name up to be close to mine, but at the end of the day, you can never really duplicate what's really original. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that hard to find me. You know what I'm saying? It's like I said, man, everything's Apollo Godspeed.
I love
you know what I'm saying? Social media, everything. You know what I'm saying? Even my Reverb Nation, my SoundCloud, Audio Mac. Everything's everything's Apollo Godspeed.
This on time. Also, you'll be on December issue coming up next month.
Yes, I will. Yeah.
On the Vero G Spotlight magazine.
Yes,
so
I will. Yeah.
I'm
big shouts out to Vero G.
Stop
and DTF Radio for having me out here.
Big shout out to the band over here too, because he makes some things happen. You know, he's like, I'm just here. You know, the Loudmouth. He's like, I'm the quiet mouth today.
Big out to shit, DJ Loudmouth. Yeah.
Oh shit, DJ. Oh shit. He actually was a DJ back in the day in Virginia.
Yeah, he told me. Yeah.
Oh, so y'all were talking. You find out.
You know, so I give my little respect to him, man. Hey, it don't matter if you stopped or not, man. So you still got that title, man.
Oh, you see?
Still in the blood.
You get some recognition of a DJ, right? Something like that. He was online. Let me stop. But we're gonna play it right now for commercial. Music break, as they say. Yeah. We're gonna play your two other songs as well. Run Up,
Keep Gun Up.
Yeah, that one, and then Sleepless Nights.
Yep.
So we're gonna play both that right now. And again, thank you, Apollo Godspeed, for coming in the building, showing you but love and blessings, many blessings ahead for you. You're welcome, and keep pushing. I know it was more questions I had, but don't worry, we're gonna have you back next time. So I'm excited, and thank you so much for educating our amazing listeners.
I appreciate y'all for having us here, man. Having me here, rather. You know what I'm saying? And meeting new mutual people. You know what I'm saying?
There you
Respectfully, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, real recognize real. You can't fake the real. You can't funk the real. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's
you know
what
I mean? So it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? So like I said, shouts out to Bro right here. You know what I mean?
I love this.
Shouts out to you too, Vero.
Thank you.
Know what I mean? Shouts out to DJ Loudmouth. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shit!
The whole DTF family. You know what I'm saying?
You got excited to go. You be like, yeah. Give me the credit. Let me stop. All right, guys. So we're gonna play right now. Apollo Godspeed, 2 songs. I replayed the first one, Untitled. We're gonna play it like he said. Run It Up. Get up. I'm reading. I'm like, I gotta break this shit down. Sorry,
You're good. Run up, you're gonna. Yeah.
Thank you. I'm like, Jesus. Okay. And Sleepless Nights.
Nights, featuring Shay and Zay.
Not a problem. And guys, we'll be right back. You're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show here at DTF. What's wrong with today? Radio at 5. See, my mind's like everywhere. You guys got me so into this deep conversation. DTF Radio at 5 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be right back, guys. Yeah, we'll be right back. Come check out Vero G Spotlight Magazine at www.madcloud.com for all latest upcoming artists, actors, from everyone who wants to be on this amazing magazine for all independent people. Check it out now. Check out this amazing award shop called Balloon Awards, where you could get your latest plaques, awards, everything else there, customized at 3324 Avenue, Brooklyn, New York. Their number is 718-252-2792. Their email is belone1@yahoo.com. Check them out and show your support now.
Radio. DTF Radio. Number 1.
Apollo.
Yo, M20, where you at?
Where they at, nigga?
Run that up, Rico.
Stacking in the safe, nigga. Get. Whoa. Tell my niggas we with it. Roll around niggas counting the digits, my niggas are counting the midgets. Niggas are small, counting the ball, my niggas are down on the ball. Fuck you niggas with me, niggas are team, my niggas with team. Niggas are rockin' one green, hop on the plane, from on that team, 617, I'm from that beam. Rock on my niggas are top of the tick of your top box. Niggas are hot, whoa, stop, I think I done seen it like hot. Headshot, go bop, bop, nothing a nigga but flop. Niggas are flop and go who? Niggas back calling my name, I follow. Niggas are solid, my niggas are hollow, niggas will swallow. Straight to your earlobe, my niggas are dead low, my niggas are dead on who? He dead on who? Fuck you niggas, I call my niggas, I call them. All by myself, I don't need no help. When my family behind my nigga, I carry that belt. Some of the service. Fuck you niggas, I say many saying. With that double, go bam, many bam. When I catch that call, you can double on all. I'm ready to rob, my niggas is called. Scarface, my niggas are taking the world, taking the world. Fuck you, my niggas are dogs. Taking your girl, that's only for night. I'll give her back, my niggas. I ain't really trying to fight. You can have her. Niggas ain't having my niggas are scabbing, my niggas were scavenging, niggas are picking the day. Telling my niggas I'm fighting at night, my niggas is tight. For bread, my niggas are locked down, niggas are fighting that K that night. They can't come home, you're seeing that light to the sundown. Spraying out our balls, and they got the scars, my niggas on really the balls. Niggas are taking those leash. All of my niggas are walking, I'm talking that beef. My niggas are walking with leash, my niggas are don't keep walking the seat. And even at nighttime, my niggas are right time, nigga pipe signs, nigga pipe down, they want that pipeline down. Pipe it down, nigga. My niggas on fire, my niggas are tight, my niggas are up on me, no hoop. I will never stop until I retire. Let's say my Davey, say I'm Jay-Z, niggas can stop me, niggas say no, I'm Godspeed, nigga, better fuck niggas expect me, dang. Tell them my chest, but tell them my rest, and then tell them my niggas I'm going Iraq, my niggas from the city, my niggas shine rack. That's what Simmy's top. Tell them niggas fall back, when them niggas won't rap, my niggas attack, when they wanna beef, and they talking the seats, my niggas that really don't want no beef. Well, we don't give a fuck, it's cheap. Nigga bring money around me. Niggas are telling the seat. My niggas will test it with testing the seat. They said it was stumped on my pop form. My niggas, I'm bringing that long form. I'm Joseph Stanley, G5, D5. What? I stand up, one pan fuck. Nigga call up, niggas want bam up. Nigga no bam, blows so bam, nigga oh man. I killed the beat, no hill to see. Nigga lower than me, and I'll go yeah. I'm beating bars, I spit. Nigga know you got a fit. Okay. I eat no ski before. How you niggas wanna go on peeping? No nigga, no paparazzi niggas up bloody peeping. No. Fuck around, I'ma eat the beat though. Goddamn, nigga, it's your whole session right here, nigga. You know he rap like that though. Cuz about to eat this shit. He about to eat the greens, the steak, and the macaroni. And I love macaroni, nigga. I'm gonna have to run up on that nigga. Hey, yo, Al, I'm gonna have to run up on that nigga with the steel real quick. Nigga, like, yo, nigga, that shit up. Nigga.
You're watching the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show every Wednesdays at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time with host Vero G, co-host the Loudmouth on DTF Radio.com.
What's the word, Cole? What you talking about?
This money situation, man. Shorty's wilding out.
Oh, man, you gotta go get this shit, Cole.
I already know, man, but it's just a hassle, man. I want to hear her mouth.
Man, she gonna hear that mouth for goals, bro, but she ain't gonna be mad when you get that dough, though.
Sure ain't, man. I just need to get right.
Shit, well, that's the game, though. Uh-oh.
Yo, I'm so sick and tired of you choosing these motherfucking streets over me. All right? I just want my man back. And you sitting here choosing the trap. You sitting here choosing all this dirty ass money. Huh? You think that make me happy? No, I don't want that. You make me happy. I want my man. I don't want this.
Hey, man, I'm trying to tire, man. I'm tired of the stress. Man, I'm trying to go get it. Man, you all in my business. But I know you my queen, so I gotta stop tripping. But I'm so well, baby girl, we gotta come to commitment. It's either me and you, or me and the streets.
Countless nights I've been sleeping by myself. I hold it down cause I don't love no one else. No, I got you right, I do. No one's gonna ride for you. You got no time for me. I'm just sick and tired. Countless nights I've been sleeping by myself. I hold it down cause I don't love no one else. No, I got you right, I do. No one's gonna ride for you. You got no time for me. I'm just sick and tired, yeah.
I know you sick and tired of these games for real, baby. Hold on, let's slow them down a minute now. Yeah, you was happy when I was bringing you that bag. You wasn't mad, you was out here on the strip, stripping with your girls and said, man, I know all them times we've been through. I was supposed to be right there, hold you down like that window. But instead, I was out here on that strip with my grip, trying to get this cheddar up. But baby, hold on, stop your trip.
Countless nights I've been sleeping by myself. I hold it down cause I don't love no one else. No, I got you right, I do. No one's gonna ride for you. You got no time for me. I'm just sick and tired, yeah. Countless nights I've been sleeping by myself. I hold it down cause I don't love no one else. No, I got you right, I do. No one's gonna ride for you. You got no time for me. I'm just sick and tired, yeah. Countless nights I've been sleeping by myself. I hold it down cause I don't love no one else. No, I got you right, I do. No one's gonna ride for you. You got no time for me. I'm just sick and tired, yeah.
Broadcasting 24/7. You know that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year. DTF Radio.com. We never stop.
All right, guys, we're back. I can't hear myself, but I hope you guys can hear me, right? Okay.
Yeah.
See, again, it's a conspiracy shit. What's going on here, man? They're trying to mute motherfucker over here, all right? So listen, guys, I just want to thank everyone who's been sharing on Facebook, on the page. I usually look here. I know how we're doing things. I just look here. Usually the camera's there, somewhere around there over there. But but again, I just want to thank all those watching on Facebook, on the DTF page. Those who be sharing and just being supportive, who was ever commenting. Dilemma, if you want to see who's checking on the DTF Facebook page real quickly, if you could say hi real quick to them. Yeah, because he's doing the other stuff, so I'm just trying to figure everything. Oh, we do that. Okay, well, at least they watch it, so appreciate you guys watching. So, guys, we had a very deep, very intellectual conversation with both these amazing men here, with artist Apollo Godspeed, and thank you, brother, for being on the show. Appreciate you, man.
Definitely, 100.
Okay, got you. Okay, so yeah, so we're soon gonna have. We actually have right now in our building, and in the building. What's wrong with me today? We have Arthur and an artist. I found out this like today or yesterday. The other day. So we talked on the phone, Facebook, whatever we go Instagram, and he's an artist as well, and he goes by the name of Sylvester Watkins. Give it up for him, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah. Before you go, hold on. See, this is what happens when you do it live.
I know, right?
Yeah. Picture real quick because he's got to go. Yeah. So
just take my number. Then you
I don't know.
Connect with me later.
My phone's here. So see, that ain't me. That's my phone. Again, is in my pocket. So yeah. See, that's a whole different kind of ball game right now. Yeah, but see, we've taken breaks. I love how we just do things. But this again, when you go live, things happen, guys. So
absolutely. Yo, in the midst of the moment, too, especially when things begin too good.
See, like, God damn it, man. Well, like I said, it's like home. So whenever you're ready and all that sorts, Yes.
Stopping us is Connecticut and Rhode Island. So
That's but you.
I drive all the time anyway, so getting up here on the road only 3-4 hours.
Oh, I appreciate that. Oh, I appreciate it. Wait, get their phone already because he about to get out of here. Hold on. All right, you keep talking because I'm multitasking.
Yeah, I put the name, I put the number in there. Just boom. Hit me because I'm dead right now.
Yeah, I got you.
Let's over here. Fuck it. Come on, man. We do it live. This is how we do it live.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about.
It's awesome,
These two right here, right?
Yes, that's you, friend.
I got
some pictures with him later and send them to you.
You already know.
You know what it is, family.
I'll
Appreciate
text
you.
you on that. I'm saying.
He's like, yeah.
Much love.
Yo, much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Get home safe, please.
I definitely will. Matter of fact, that's a long ass train ride tonight, but it's gonna be good.
Make sure you got some Z's, man.
Hey, look, I got some good to read now, so I'm good.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Take care, man.
No doubt.
Yeah, listen, man. This happens when you go live and things are like out of crazy, but you make the best out of it, you know?
Yeah, you keep on moving. Keep moving.
That's what matters. But I'm honored to have you in the building as well. Again, let's give it up for artist Sylvester Watkins. Come on.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Ooh, you're welcome. Yes, and we need like an audience here, you know? Like, yeah, woo, all that shit, you know? Or stand your horn, shit like that, you know? So let's get straight to it. It was a pleasure to have met you. I think it was like 3 weeks ago.
Yes.
It was at the Conscious
Basement event, the Conscious concert.
Yes.
Exactly.
And your story is amazing. And you know, you're welcome. And it was just a pleasure to have met you. And we're here today. So again, big shout out to Butters.
Yeah, shout out Butter Basics.
Definitely. And but let's get right to let's tell the world who's watching now, the viewers and listeners, who is Sylvester Watkins.
Sylvester Watkins is an author, a filmmaker. I have 3 films that I have the trailers for already.
Wow.
One is Snakes in the Garden. One is Block Party, the movie. And then the last one is Never Forgotten. So all 3 of them, the trailers are already been done already. We're just waiting until we actually put them all together, finish them, complete it, and then we'll start packaging them for like Netflix and Prime Video and things of that nature. But author, filmmaker, music artist as well. Definitely, of course, I'm a little bit older, but back in the day, was always a rapper. You know what I'm saying?
You have to be something, right?
It's
Get
something
to that.
you can't give up. You know what I'm saying? If it was in you back then, it's still going to be in you to the rest of the day. So I still do it. So I still put out music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in it for, sales, anything like that. It's more recreational, but it's also for opening up the door for other artists that are out there. I have a son, he raps. I have nephews, I have cousins. I have many people that do. So it's just kind of like being that little role model, even in the music industry. It's like, hey, I can go up in there and do it. You can go up in there and do it. You know what I mean? Poetry, I'm putting out a spoken word CD before. So I do poetry as well.
Yes.
I've written a few playwrights for the stage play. Anything pretty much that comes with writing is my thing. You know what I'm saying? I like to play with words. That's really my format right there. But the goal of who Sylvester Watkins is pretty much an entrepreneur that is looking to take back over mass media. Kind of the discussions we were just having with the brothers about how do we be able to do something to help our communities. Well, what I offer and what I feel is the reprogramming of our lives. And how do we do that? To me, is through taking back media. So, for instance, I'm attacking music through your ears. I'm attacking film through your visual, newspaper, magazine. Every way that you get your information, we need to be in charge of. So that's what Sylvester Watkins is about. And my company is Madison Chase. That's what Madison Chase is about. It's about taking back mass media so that we can then program the things that really need to be learned, that actually give us some success and don't allow us to keep on going back to prison and going down the wrong avenues that are, not helping us go forward. You know what I mean? So pretty much the last thing that I would say that I would do is which encompasses them all, is kind of how can you not be an activist? And to me, is just if I'm going to come back into my neighborhood, each one teach one, even if I'm helping my younger brothers and sisters, that's just as though I'm helping the neighbor's younger brothers and sisters. Exactly. So you automatically should be natured to be an activist. So what I do in my giving back is something that's called FUN. That's Fathers United Network.
Yes.
It's something that I came up with while I was incarcerated. And while I was there, just really saw the struggles of being in the child's life beyond your mistakes. Not saying you didn't do a mistake to get you locked up, but I still need to be able to parent my child. And you know what I'm saying? And in that situation, there really was no help. You know, most of the other people that are locked up, shit, we got the same problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all, we feel powerless in this situation. So once I was released, one of the things that I really focused on was being able to get back and be an active role and parent in my kids' lives, even though I miss years out, you know, still be back active, but then to connect with other men who are in the same situation, who are actually trying to be able to raise their children, but say they can't get through to their baby mama, or she, you know, wants them on child support and you can't see them. They're having their own struggles, you know.
That's another story.
It's almost like a support system, like for men to be able to say, look, you know what I'm saying? I'm in the same boat with you. I actually give a shit about my kids, but how do I do this? You get what I'm saying? So that's what fun is. So we have events that we do in the neighborhood, just small things that we'll have the fathers come out, you know, come bring your kids. Let's do an event in the neighborhood. And then on weekends, you know, we might go out of town, say, let's go to Poconos, everybody grab your kids, just the men going. We don't want no women. Y'all stay home. This is about the men and how we bond with one another and raise our kids, you know what I'm saying? And that. So to me, that's kind of sums it up as the last thing, is I'm pretty much an entrepreneur. I take my talents to be able to take back mass media so that I can play my part in giving back and being able to reprogram and control the information. And then my activism is my Fathers United Network. It's just being hands-on with the children and connecting with the brothers who are trying to do the same thing.
I love that. Now I wanna touch a base. I wanna touch a base on every little thing that you mentioned here. So we're gonna break it down a little bit so people could get more of a grasp of what you mentioned. What's going on here? He always does it. Every time I'm on it's like it's always something happening here, you know. Are you trying to mute me again?
Everything.
Yeah, he's like, now I could finally hear something of me saying something, you know? They were trying to mute me, motherfuckers. No, so I really want to get right into it because when I met you, like I said, a couple weeks back, your story was phenomenal. And let me get the book real quick. I got it. Actually, that's the new book. So I want to see if I could show. I actually show both of them. Yeah, I didn't see this. I got a new book too. I got some reading to do.
I'm bringing you all type of goodies.
Shit, I'll take it all. Okay. So here, guys, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me see. You guys, okay, on this side here, in this book here, it's called My Way, which I had the privilege to get the copy of it, and I want to talk more about it in a minute. And this is one called Jersey Boy.
Yes. So My Way is the self-help book.
Okay.
Just my way that I've learned how to better myself, and it's just kind of like leading you to the way that my path.
Yes.
And Jersey Boy is just a hood novel. It's a success story as well, but it's just more of just a hood novel.
Listen, I love these. Ever since I read the book, I think it was called Cold Ice or something. You know someone, right?
Cold Ice.
Yeah, that one I was hooked. I was hooked to these books because it talks about real things and people need to talk, and it happens in your own neighborhood.
Oh yeah.
So we need to talk more about them. But definitely. So we're gonna talk more about these in a minute. So I want to get more into this one first because I got a chance to read from the beginning to the end, and it was I thank you because I was going through some tough times at that time. And this book had helped me a little bit because I saw in your own eyes what you have overcame, and through your experiences, you put in each chapter what you went through personally, and how someone can go through that and also be encouraged to be motivated to better themselves. Yes. And I tell you, this book, it's I'm not saying because I can say he's here and it's a cheap plug, but you have to get this book.
Yeah.
Because it's very motivational, inspiring, and is there some things you want to talk about here? I don't want to get off topic if you want to.
Sure. Just giving just a brief of it.
Okay.
My Way is just, again, in the beginning of it, just chapters like I want to be able to change, and a lot of times we don't know how to change.
Yes.
Whether those simple things can be just changing how we look, our appearance. It can be changing how our attitude is. It could be changing our job. It's so many different things, but we don't have the tools to say how to be able to change. So I began to walk through you with some of the things that I had going on with me that I wanted to change in my process of changing those things. Then it's like I began to look in the mirror. So I'm giving you my examples of when I looked in the mirror and I said, I'm doing my best. you know, and then it's like, am I really doing my best? Who's there to judge? The other person can say whether you're doing your best or not. Only you truly know if you've given 100 or 200% to truly do your best. So it's your own self-reflection of yourself, and that was mine, is to look where I had to look that I wasn't really doing my best, and to look at people who I thought that was doing their best. You know what I mean? So to be able to point that out so that I could even better myself, I had to look at my faults, because everything is not a strength. Most of the time, you're building yourself up from the bottom. So you're looking at all your weaknesses and trying to turn them into strengths. That's just how it is. Definitely. So and then it's also responsibility and accountability. As some of the next chapters is not my fault. You know, and it's like so many things in life happen, and we're so quick to say, yo, I don't know, I ain't gonna do it. It ain't my fault. You know, it's just remove ourselves from the situation, you know, no matter what part we played in it. Yes. And I had to start realizing for myself, like, why do I keep coming back to the same spaces in life? I keep telling myself mentally, I'm getting away from this shit. I'm right back here again.
Same situation.
And who can I blame for this situation? You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So somehow in there, it's my fault. Yes. Even if I seem to be doing everything correctly, it's still my fault. So I have to begin to now self-analyze myself to see where it is that I'm going wrong. Nobody else cares if I fix this problem. Yes. It's my way. It's on my path to bettering myself. So then I have to sit and I have to begin to analyze myself and then fix that. So that's pretty much what I laid out in the book. It's just my trials and my tribulations of finding my way and my path. Definitely. You know, and taking that accountability and then leading that way so that others can look and kind of identify with themselves. You know what I'm saying? Their way is definitely going to be different from mine, but they can kind of find their way a little bit
from what you went through in that.
Looking at what I went through. Exactly.
And I have to, when I read everything in the book. I read the prelude. I read after the book, the epilogue, what you call that, is afterwards, like, you know, like what happens afterwards. I read everything. And definitely, and if I'm not mistaken, I hope I get it right, I believe you dedicated this book to your son. Oh, I think it was if I'm not mistaken, hold on, wait, I don't want to listen, I had to double check. Hold up now. Yes. Okay. Yes, it was to your dad. Forgive me. Okay.
So, but like we said, during COVID, we lost a lot of people.
I'm sorry.
So my dad and my best friend, my cousin, they both passed.
I'm so
when I put the book out, I dedicated it both to them, just kind of saying like, y'all weren't here. I've been trying to find my way. You know what I'm saying? But at least I done finally found it now, and I done put it out. So I'm gonna dedicate this to y'all. Y'all were both two men who were very instrumental in helping me to get to the point of finding my way. So I dedicated it both to them. And then next from that was my children. That was the inspiration.
That was the one. Okay, I'm sorry.
My children. Yeah.
It was. I was like, because it was so much. I was like absorbing. Like, this is shit, man. No, but I could relate because I lost that year, like many years ago. So, it's beautiful. And
appreciate you. Thank
you're
you.
welcome. Keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, man.
Yeah, I can't stop. Stop.
You're right about
that.
Definitely. Do you have, besides these two books, do you have more books along the way? You're gonna be?
Yes, I do. Yeah. The next book I'm gonna put out is 7 Days. 7 Days is basically someone's on death row.
Wow.
And he's gonna die in 7 days. Now, what the story is going to be breaking down all of the things that happen in the home. As the other brother was saying, is we create these barriers of black, white, and different things. But actually, we all suffer from the same things, from abuse, whether that be from a spouse, from a parent, mental or physical or sexual, alcoholism, from so many things that happen in every household. You'll be surprised that you don't realize how many women who've all been touched and molested. Yes. And until you sit down in the room with women and realize, like, damn, I ain't know my mama, my sister, my auntie, the teacher at school, every woman has almost all been violated. So in the 7 days is what he's basically doing is going to bring up all these issues that we all deal with in our homes, no matter what background that we come from.
Wow.
And they're going to die with him. So first he has to raise them up, and he's going to show you how these things affected him in his household, whether that have been sexuality, whether that have been mistreatment, whether that have been poor values, whatever it is. and it helped to lead him astray. So once he is now in his last 7 days, he's going to bring all of these things back up and deal with them so that he can kill them one by one. So first of all, he comes from a black, wealthy family. So most people want to know, why in the hell could somebody from a black, wealthy family be on death row going to die in 7 days?
Exactly.
You know, but he committed murder. So now the next question is, what can drive a person who has everything to murder?
I love it's a clue. You got to figure out the clues.
But it's the things you don't see. You see the smile on the person's face, you think everything is right, but when you go to these rich families, that's where you see most of the shit at. It's just being swept under the rug. So he's going to show you how, yes, we have all this money in the world, but we got the same issues that y'all got in the projects. Right in this house over here. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they affected me to go to commit this murder to where I'm at. But I'm going to bring them all out. I'm going to expose them. I don't care who it hurts, who it puts on Front Street. We're going to talk about these things. I'm going to deal with them and going to kill them each day until my death, so that when I die, they all die with me and my kids have to not go through this no more.
That is amazing.
So that's 7 days. That's going to be the next one.
Ooh, listen, let me know when that book comes out, because I'm already just like, listen, I got the synopsis already. Like, let's get it.
Yeah. That was coming.
Wow. Have you not? I have a question now. Besides the next question I'm about to ask you. So all publications, where can people buy a copy of
MyWayShops.com. So people always ask me, is it on is it on a big platform? Is it on Amazon? Is it on Barnes and Nobles? I can do that. Yes, this is self-publishing. I put my own money into my books, but I feel over my first 6 months to a year, I want it on a more personal level. So if I go on Amazon.books right now, 1,000 people could order my book and I don't know who the hell y'all are.
Exactly.
Right now, my website is mywayshops.com. When you come through to order my book, I know exactly where you are. I have now built a relationship with you, and perhaps I could, if not even get your book autographed or signed, I can send you favors. I can send you different things. There's just a relationship that I want with my audience before I go on a global level. You get what I'm saying? So it's my decision not to go to Amazon and not to go to Barnes and Noble. When I'm ready for them to have what I have to offer, I'll go there. But right now, this is about me and my people. So I'll get there when I get there.
I love this. I'm telling you, this is my deep stuff. Like, just, so that's correct grammar use today. I love that. I'm not gonna say the word, but like mine interest. But it's really, I love that, because you know what? It's like you said, you're building a relationship with people that are going to continue on building with you, as they say. And it's, you know, it's great to have it. I mean, I have myself Amazon too. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's good, like you said, it's to have more of an intimate level with a person.
With some people,
yeah, because.
At some point, you're going to go globally, but if you can at least have 500 authentic people that know you and before you get to 5 million.
Because, because the way you do is great, because the way, like you said, you want to get organic people. Yes. And then when you, like you said, the next level you put out there, then you already know automatically is going to be out there selling. So listen, you already got hotcakes out there, baby. Exactly. No problem. So this is my next question before it comes out of my head. Now with these books, I don't know, I'm just seeing it, but especially the one you're mentioning now that you're working on. Do you see like a movie coming out? Because you mentioned like now we could talk into the movie thing that you mentioned, the films.
Well, the books came because I was unable to finish the movie. Movies were the first and foremost.
Okay.
A movie project takes a lot, not just money.
Budget,
it takes a lot of people, but it's a lot of people. Yeah. You're dealing with a lot of energies. Some energies can be good, some can be conducive to progress, some cannot be. So unfortunately, in my experience, the last few times I attempted to get a full project done on the film, everybody's energy sometimes slowed the process down.
The production.
So if I wanted to get it done in 3 months, now we're at 6 months. Now we're at 9 months, because I have to wait on other people and certain people's energy. And what I realized is that, hey, you know what? You're making me wait on this film, but nobody can make me wait on the book. So I came back and said, you can't stop this. So I'm going to keep pumping you with books until I then have the full cooperation to get the films done. But once the films get done, I already have 10 film scripts that are done. The books are coming now because of the fact that the film scripts got to slow down.
Exactly.
Once the movies start, I'm out of here. You get what I'm saying?
Like Hollywood, baby.
Out of here. It's movie after movie after movie.
I love that, because it's like I said, a lot of books are based off a lot of movies are based off on books.
Yes.
So it's good, like the way you said, the mindset you're doing, even though it kind of it was a backlash, we want to call it, or it's for a moment, it's kind of for the moment, but it's actually helping you because now you're building and pieces.
Yes,
so
yes.
all right, so you said, but let's talk about the films you mentioned before prior to now. Talk more about that. Like,
so Snakes in the Garden.
Yes.
I'm from Jersey. I live in New York now, but I'm from Jersey.
Okay.
So Jersey's the Garden State. So basically, Snakes in the Garden was a movie that I wrote while I was incarcerated.
Wow.
And it looks at relationships and the breakdown of relationships. And basically, in the beginning of the movie is 3 couples, they're friends, two and two. And in the 24 hours, you see them go from the best of friends to everybody cannot trust each other, everybody hates each other, and everybody's actually trying to kill each other. And it's like, well, what the hell could happen in 24 hours to make everything go like this? It's money. So what it basically is just showing how our bonds need to be stronger. How we look at our bonds and think they're so strong. Once money comes in, those bonds get broken. Yes. You get what I'm saying? So it just takes a real inner city look at relationships, male, female. I have a female relationship in there. We're starting to expand into the communities. So of course in my movies I'm going to begin to expand as well. So it's pretty much just showing how the relationships down spiral in 24 hours before money, and to begin able to look at that so that we can see where that's wrong and then also find some solutions out of that. So that's Snakes in the Garden. The trailer was already done and we're actually gonna finish filming that movie. We're gonna start back in Carolina probably the beginning of the year in January. It doesn't snow as much in Carolina.
Oh, that's good.
So we thinking like January, February, we're gonna hit the Carolina. That's where I did my time at. I did 5 years in Carolina. I have a broad base that's there and family that's there as well.
Oh, that's
so
awesome.
We were thinking to go there for January, February, and then start doing some filming there, and then we'll come back to the New York, Jersey area as March and April and spring. We want to be done by the spring though, to get it ready for that second quarter. Hopefully the second quarter.
Oh, that's
get
awesome.
it ready for the second quarter. Yeah.
And my question too, like, is it already out? Like you said, the snake.
The trailers.
The trailer.
The trailers. Yes, the trailers I put on YouTube. The trailers I have on my Instagram. People can see the trailers.
Just tell them where they could.
Oh yeah. The trailers. So Snakes in the Garden is on YouTube. It's been there. It's Sylvester Watkins and Flip Webster. Shout out to Flip Webster. Flip Webster's. He's from Cali. He's a very big deal. Another brother that I met incarcerated, but he's a filmmaker from Cali, and he got me into actually writing scripts during my time that was there. You know what I'm saying? He kind of encouraged me to use my time wisely. So I began to write the script. So he helped me with that first project. When I first was released, he got released, came out to Jersey. So that's under Sylvester Watkins and Flip Webster on YouTube, Snakes in the Garden. The trailer, but we will be finishing the full movie, like I said, coming up. Block Party the Movie. If you're on Instagram, you can go to @BlockPartyTheMovie. There's lots of behind the scenes footage that's up there. I didn't release the trailer. I have the trailer. I didn't release the full. I have about a 15-minute trailer, but Instagram won't let you hold it that long.
It's certain time. Yeah, they're very strict with that.
Release it on YouTube and then just put the link on that page.
So you can
still look at it at Block Party the Movie. You can still find it there. Yes, definitely.
And the Block Party is a block. Who don't know what a Block Party is?
So Block Party the Movie, basically, again, I like dissecting relationships. So what I did there is I brought relationships back again, and I took 3 more couples, but I threw in a bunch of friends this time.
I like this.
All grew up on one block, and everybody moved away. Except maybe one couple still lives on a block. So they have an annual block party that really nobody even comes to anymore. But now one of their friends that is home had just passed. So it's like, hey, everybody needs to come home this year. So they turn it into being a fun event. Everybody comes home. But now this person is got a wife that the people on the block don't know. This person is dating this person now. So
I don't know
all types of drama and everything comes out of the barbecue. But what makes it fun is that it's the sauce contest. And see, I always throw a little extra into my movie. So the Block Party, what's going on is a sauce contest.
Yes.
So everybody, even the kids, are getting in on this.
I love
this. The kids, the adults, everybody is making their own sauce. You see them at home getting their ingredients, We got the Spanish people making the sauce. We got Jamaicans making the sauce. We got Italians making the sauce.
It's going
we got everybody making the sauce. You get what I'm saying?
I love this.
And they all, but it shows community, and that's what it does. You know, it brings us together over the things that we have in common, and not looking at the things that we have in difference. And that's some of the things I try to point out in my movies. There's always got to be a message, even though it's theatrical and it looks good. There's still some message behind it. So Block Party is a good feel-good movie, but it's also dealing with some issues that we need to be able to look at.
I love this. This is awesome. And then the third one you mentioned.
And then the third one is I'm kind of changing the name to it. It was originally No More Drama.
Okay.
And yes, I did get that from Mary's album.
I had a feeling. I had a hunch in that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it originally was No More Drama, and basically that's following the life actually of a Spanish female who is doing her best to get away from drama. Really, in her community, in her family, in her relationship, everywhere she seems to go, it seems that everybody has their own interest and decisions for her life of which way they wanted to go or whatever. And it's just, it's overcrowding her. She's suffocating. You know what I'm saying? She can't find her voice anywhere, so with church, religion, politics or whatever.
Oh, don't get me started.
It's pretty much her way of finding her own voice and finding her way out. You know what I'm saying? And that's No More Drama.
Ooh, and then like I said, these two are still in the works, as you said.
The first two, the trailers are already done. We just have to finish them. The No More Drama, the script is done. We're not going to start casting until we finish with the Snakes in the Garden, though. We want to get, one project completed, done. Over with first and foremost.
Well, I have an IMDb, so just thrown in there. It said Latina, so I'm like, just throw in there, just saying,
yes.
Just let me know.
We got to be represented in everything we do.
It's about embracing it and just putting it out there and just seeing the results of it all. So I love that. So now let's talk about the good stuff, because we're gonna talk about. You mentioned, all right, before we get to the music. All right, so let's get back to, you mentioned the brand you mentioned.
Okay. So Madison Chase.
Yeah, Madison. Okay. Madison.
So where that came from was I was living in Georgia, and I got pulled over. I wasn't doing anything wrong, but I got pulled over, took me out the car, threw me in the back of the car, put me in handcuffs. Basically said, it was after I got released from prison. Basically said, when we pull up this license plate, it comes back as your name, Sylvester Watkins, but as armed and dangerous. Because my charge was robbery and kidnapping. Even though you're out and parole is over,
still there.
Why it still comes up. While he had me face down, putting me in handcuffs on the hood, like I said, I didn't do anything wrong. I looked up and I was saying to myself, this shit's got to change. Like, there has to be a new identity, even for myself. And the name of the street was Madison Chase. So I said that this right here, the scene of, me being held against my rights for something I didn't even wrong, held against a mistake that happened in the past, has to change to be able to leave some type of legacy of royalty in my mind, to negate that yin and the yang of the dark energy to the light energy. So once I saw the Madison Chase, I took that as the concept goal for my upliftment of the male, of the black male.
Wow.
So Madison Chase for me is in my music. I find ways to show the royalty in the black male. Madison Chase for me is in my films. I find ways to show the royalty in the black male. And I told you I want to work on the magazine.
Yes.
And so the Madison Chase magazine is how to show the black male in that limelight of royalty, what I mean? Beautiful. And of doing the right things. We could talk all day on the news about what's wrong, but nobody tells you about all the shit that happens in the hood that's right.
Very
true. Start bringing those things out, and that's what Madison Chase is about, is not getting caught up in the dark side of the yin and the yang, but it's bringing the light to the parts that is not being talked about and is not shined the light on enough. Because yes, you got me, I had a pass and I'm on this trunk, because of robbery and kidnapping, but I ain't this shit wrong right now. And I'm not gonna allow you to affect that in my future. You know what I'm saying? Right. I have to. So Madison Chase is a reminder for me to keep on going. You know what I'm saying? And that there's others. That's the thing. It's not just you. You know what I'm saying? That there's others that need to be able to go through this too and go on that right path, because they getting tossed on hoods, shot and killed for no reason daily. So that's where Madison Chase came from.
I love that.
Now, I don't know if I spoke to you about the Underground Railroad. This is another. No. People can also find me at Underground Railroad on Instagram as well. So now the Underground Railroad basically is say I have my company.
Okay.
And you have your company, and we both have a goal of being able to bring out talent in the community.
Okay.
So what it is a conglomerate of other companies who have music, who have film, who have entertainment, but are also doing something in their communities with their kids and bringing it back to the table. So Underground Railroad consists of Madison Chase. Everything that I do goes to Underground Railroad. We have Malt, which is making a living together. That's in North Carolina, Durham, North Carolina.
Yes.
That's headed with Vegas DP. We have Indie Streets. Indie Streets is here in Jersey. That's entertainment and publicity as well. And then we have Rank Season, which is in North Carolina, South Carolina as well. And that's basically your filming and your modeling and entertainment as well. So all of us pretty much are Black men who have our own companies, our own LLCs.
Yes.
Yet we realize you trying to do it by yourself, you might can do it, but you can get much further with me as well. So we've come together to form the conglomerate of Underground Railroad. So now we then host. So say in North Carolina, South Carolina, they're going to host what I think is January, our next events. When we get ready to film there, they're going to host there to bring Jersey artists and to bring New York artists and Virginia, like all of us that are up here, so that we have a 3-day event in North Carolina, South Carolina, to be able to showcase our talent. And looking at theirs as well, but is that so they can hear what we have from up here down there. And we had an event here in August. We did the same thing where we brought everyone from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia to Jersey. And when I say everybody, I mean artists, I mean comedians, I mean painters, I mean everyone that has a talent. You know, so we all sponsored it. I sponsored the one in Jersey. The one that's going to be in North Carolina, South Carolina will be sponsored with Rank Season. The one in North Carolina, Durham will be Malt City, Vegas D. You know, we all take our turn sponsoring it. And then we all have our companies. So we all personally giving back. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, that's the wave of the future to me is the Underground Railroad. And then we take on so many and partnering with so many other different people. But it's to bring and give a platform for all artistry across the nation. So that, say, if you were in Cali and you wanted to hear of a person that did digital artwork in New York, and you, of course, you could go online, but what if you could just go tap in Underground Railroad and they gave you 10 artists that was already right there, and you were part of that artistry. And then you said, well, you know what, I think I want to perform, and they told you, well, guess what, you have people right here that are going to be having a performance here, a show in this area. Would you like to, since you're already part of the Underground Railroad? You know, so
I like that.
Yeah, so I don't know if you remember at the event that we did at Butter's Basement, one of the last people that went up was a person called God, a comedian.
He was like the last. He was one of
the few comedians that went up last. The guy.
Yes.
Now he is part of the Underground Railroad to where he came out to Jersey when I comedian. So this is what I mean. So once Butter reached out to me to say, hey, I'm having an event here, I'll also reach out to some of my artists, musicians, comedians, or people that I deal with to say, hey, there's a platform over here. I have a chance to be here. Do you want to come out as well? He immediately answered. He's part of Underground Railroad. He came out. He rocked the house. The next week, she gave him his own flyer, and he came back, and he was a premier part of the show. You get what I'm saying? So it's giving so many different audiences a bigger platform, and that's what the Underground Railroad was about. But yes, you can definitely follow, like I said, on Instagram. It's at Indie Streets Entertainment. It's at Underground Railroad. It's at Sly Watkins, at Rank Season Entertainment. At Hip Hop News. That's another one. It's like it's so many people that's part of the Underground Railroad, and we support each other.
It was yesterday or today, and I say, who are these people? And I'm like, okay, I like you, but I'm like, now it makes sense who is who. So I was like,
they're all part of the Underground Railroad. So if one person says, hey, I have a show getting here, the whole network, no matter where they're at in what state, they're going to all do their best to support it. If they can't be there, they're going to do it socially from social media, from sharing your stuff and just directing traffic over there.
I love this. I'm telling you, this is good. This is for you guys. Information, knowledge, education. This is what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Amen to that. Now let's get to the juicy stuff. Okay, now I didn't know you was an artist, so I was like, yes. So we're gonna go into questions now. Okay. So we got two songs we're gonna play a bit. It's called Fly Life.
Fly Life is the single that's by myself.
Okay.
This song was actually came from coming out of COVID. When we first, everybody, I guess, got free. Outside was closed.
Yeah, pretty much. You'd be like, we kind of recess all day,
So when you first came out of COVID, to me, it was like Fly Life. It's like I'm free. I need to get out the house and get my wings back. It was a summer song. The summer is over. Reason we're still having a rotation is because it's still summer other places, and the whole world went through COVID. And that's what somebody brought up to me is that it's not summer here in New York anymore, but there's somewhere on the globe that is still summer. They're still coming out of COVID, and they still need to hear this song. So we still definitely kept that song in rotation. But that's where it came from. It was kind of like coming out of COVID, and we need to just break free and get back to living life and be happy again.
That's what we need right now, especially these tough times. And just embrace and enjoy life. We're here for a reason. So
100%.
I love that. And then also a song that you was a collaboration with
Legendary,
and should I say his name? Is it Demon?
Okay, so
I want to make sure I get it right. Okay.
Demon and Lyrical. That's my cousin. Rest in peace. He passed during COVID. That's who I dedicated the book to. So he dedicated the book, but he's also on that song. And then the song belongs to Guinea Mob. Guinea Mob is part of the Underground Railroad as well. He's an Italian rap artist out of Jersey. Nice. And yes, he has a few albums out. You can check him on Spotify as well, and check him on Instagram at Guinea Mob. So Legendary is actually his song that we both were guests on his song.
Okay.
But it's still with the passing of Kobe, with the passing of my cousin, the song just began to get a lot of rotation. So we just kept pushing it. So
that's what matters, man. Yes. And then just talk more about you as being an artist. Like, what inspired you to become an artist, and like in your music? Tell us more about that. Yeah.
So for me, I think first rap I probably ever wrote, just to tell you how long I've been in rap game. I think it was. We would bounce. We used to make beats on tables.
Oh my God! Throwbacks.
That's where it started at. You know what I'm saying?
True.
In the lunchroom, beating on the table. So back then, I remember, I was in a little 3-man group. You know what I'm saying? Sound System 3, we called ourselves. And our first rap was, it's not LL Cool J with his radio. It's not Run DMC who will steal the show. It's not the Fat Boys or Curtis Blow. It's the Sound System 3, and we on the go. But back then, what it was about was. It was just about having a party, just having fun, making music with your mouth, making music on the table, whatever little rap. It didn't have to be about whatever. It's just make the party people, being an MC. It was being an MC. Can you move the crowd? That's what Rakim said. Can you have everybody sitting down in the lunchroom, make a beat, and you just start talking and spitting something to make everybody just feel better and just want to get up and dance. And that's when I got into it. That's what it was about.
That's so awesome. And then your style, you say you're a rapper, or it's like is it like a type of genre, or is just because everybody has a different type of genre, as I say, like different style to it. Or
I guess people are always going to say that I'm just old school, because that's why I just came in.
There's something wrong with that?
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
I love old school rap,
man. Now everybody is, mumble mouth, or they sing, or they do this, or they do that. Well, was straight like lyrical. I've tried to add a little bit of style, but I come from the old school that is just. Just being an MC, find some way to be able to just move the crowd.
That is amazing. And these songs that you mentioned, they're all at all digital platforms, and
they're on Apple Music, and they're on Spotify.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Awesome.
And YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Music. Yes.
Awesome. And then are you working on more music, or?
Oh yes, absolutely. Always working on music. Right now I'm working on a project with my nephew and my son. Like I said, everybody kind of is into the rap thing. You know what I'm saying? And we're doing because we're doing the film. The soundtrack comes with that. So basically, the songs that we're going to be getting together right now is going to be the songs that go on the soundtrack. So it's going to kind of be a collaborative collective. So I might have one single on there, but I might have a couple appearances with other artists. But that's going to be the main thing, is doing the soundtrack for the Snakes in the Garden and getting those artists from Jersey, New York, from North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, bringing it all together. You know what I'm saying? So that it gives that complete new sound.
Ooh, this is what I'm talking about. Yes. Yeah. It's so much information. Listen, people, this for y'all. This for y'all, man.
Definitely, we do it for the people.
That's what I'm talking about. Let me just keep track real quick, because
my phone died.
You're good, brother. You're good. You're good. We're gonna be right back. We're gonna take a break. And we get the music man ready. Music man, come on, right on time. Music man, yes.
He said I'm coming.
Come on, music man. Come on. He's like, take a break here, man. The Loudmouth. We're gonna play two songs right now, like I mentioned. Legendary, right? Legendary,
yes, that's the one that I go first, but that's on the collabo.
Yes.
And then Fly Life is my single.
Awesome. So guys, we'll be right back. And again, we're here with the amazing artist Arthur. He does a lot. Wow, entrepreneur. I'm just putting entrepreneur because he does a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Mr. Sylvester Watkins. Yes, I love it. All right, we'll be right back, guys. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Broadcasting 24/7. You know that is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. 366 if it's a leap year. DTF Radio.com. We never stop.
Hey, what's good, everybody? You know what it be. It's the Loudmouth here on the Spotlight Radio Show. Along with Gemini Stacks and, of course, the lovely Vero G. Check us out every week with our celebrity guest DJs. You never know who's going to be in the building. Call in and tune in every week. Spotlight Radio Show, DTF Radio. Let's get it. You know the vibes.
You may take a break, not us. We never take a break. We're always on. WJRradio.net. Music 24/7.
Yo, if I punch niggas duck, learn to start with the gut, then the uppercut. Fiend dead, he better not get up like my sparring partner. Shadow boxing in my honor, set me up around piranhas. See if I'm the really guana, camouflage my pain. Disappear right in your face, you wake up dead. Hoping God got a place that you can escape, don't let me see red. He be blue, I'll be cool, want some red. Everybody dead, everybody doomed, I'ma be a legend. For my talents, for my sins, for my life and my lessons. Or the Smith & Wesson blaze, let them try me, yo. She a bitch with a brain, got a body so sexy, trapping niggas to a game. Now I woke up, few niggas I need to choke up to set the balance right in my life so I can focus, never ever lose. Even in death I'ma get my views and get dreams, cause you know I'm a king and we meet again.
Always strive to be the legend, yeah, I gotta make it. Ever since an adolescent, mine was always racing. See the man in the mirror, now I gotta face him. Overthrow him, take the throne, now I am the greatest. Hall of Fame, made a name, ain't nobody taking. 24 on the Lakers, Kobe never fading. Death can never take a soldier, nah, I can't replace him. Yo, remember when I'm gone, that I am the greatest.
Suggest you slow down, if you don't wanna go now, instructions imminent. You don't wanna know how, all fours on the way to the pound. It's uncalled for, you don't wave it around. Aim, squeeze, leave, go change slaves, calm your nerves, no words, don't even breathe. A line they leave behind, once they done trying, dying to ease they mind. Once I'm done firing, back to the split for tracking a list to scratch off. Doubt he be missed, no hats off. Fast talk, leave you stuck with that last thought. Partly wishing your last resort, they turned up missing. Left with the worms, spent Sunday fishing. Lessons to learn, it should turn and pay attention. Put it into a lifetime. He couldn't have been in his right mind. They worry about it then, don't get buried about it now.
Always strive to be the legend, yeah, I gotta make it. Ever since an adolescent, mine was always racing. See the man in the mirror, now I gotta face him. Overthrow him, take the throne, now I am the greatest. Hall of Fame, made a name, ain't nobody taking. 24 on the Lakers, Kobe never fading. Death can never take a soldier, nah, I can't replace him. Yo, remember when I'm gone, that I am the greatest. A daily struggle and I battle deeper than in Jerry's. Every second I scream louder to be legendary. Can't sit down now, the Lordy gave me legs to carry. The mood you catch me in, it's different, every day it varies. I could be one nice guy at the right time, then it's straight to a sci-fi. Getting mob in my prime, hit the lights, I flame like an orange high tie. Let the truckers play horror with gay hoarders, pens that shit on a border with a quarter, with a twin on a corner for me to torture. Cause these men made me ill though. Every night I go to bed, I drench my pillow. Why you think Dante's headed for the windows? I was getting heated in the night, I tried to shield though. Yank my dick though, cause you pussies back in bills oh. I wanna feel those, better yet, I'm gonna kill those with a real coat to spit. I'm coming for the real home. Whoever getting got an out rap, but I never doubt that. Stepping you rocking it with an outcast. Give me the villain and spilling, and I got a cloud pass. Wanna know what beef? You can come and hear it out back. And I like to see you doubt that. Give me a quitter, even wanna say that I'm found trash as a man treasure. It's better when you count that into your demo because my boss bring his sound back. Always strive to be the legend, yeah, I gotta make it. Ever since an adolescent, mine was always racing. See the man in the mirror, now I gotta face him. Overthrow him, take the throne, now I am the greatest. Hall of Fame, made a name, ain't nobody taking. 24 on the Lakers, Kobe never fading. Death could never take a soldier, nah, I can't replace him. Y'all remember when I'm gone, that I am the greatest.
Fly high life, open up them wings, living my life. Worry about a ting, a ting, alright. Mommy working in them jeans, show me what it's like. This fly life, fly high life, open up them wings, living my life. Worry about a ting, alright. Mommy working in them jeans, show me what it's like. Feel real good like a grandpa. Start to feel the vibe, up in the ride. Cruise the neighborhood, streets packed again. Music blasting out, rich people laugh again. Kids on TikTok, I send practicing. Real niggas back on the grind, street trafficking. Summertime again, fun time again. Realize the bullshit that can time again. We survive right now, let's be energized. Cognac, glass of wine, this is winning time. Finished homeschool, graduated some. Some people got expelled and some ain't even come. Teacher drinking on the job, taking sips of rum. Yeah, it's me, I'm the teacher, just a little drunk. Open up your door, let your speakers pop. It's summertime, we gon' get in what the people want. This fly life, fly high life. Open up them wings, living my life. Worry about a ting, alright. Mommy working in them jeans, show me what it's like. This fly life, fly high life. Open up them wings, living my life. Worry about a ting, alright. Mommy working in them jeans, show me what it's like. What you doing, love? Can we spend the day? Can you add to the shine if I come your way? Will you make me feel warm like the summer day? If your friend feel bored, can she come and play? Not trying to say something, make you run away. Just trying to make plans for this lovely day. Feel a little exotic, mixed with erotic. Maybe Henny, ruby red, hypnotic. Body on toxic, high as helicopter. Fly in legit, shorty got hella offers. Top of the world, baby girl, we're not dropping by. 115 on the dashes, we pass you by. Catch you at the hot spot with the move right. Looking like snacks, about to start a food fight. We be on tap, shit, let the goons fight. We gon' slip with a spliff in the moonlight. This fly life, fly high life. Open up them wings, living my life. Worry about a ting, alright. Mommy working in them jeans, show me what it's like. This fly life, fly high life. Open up them wings, living my life. Worry about a ting, alright. Mommy working in them jeans, show me what it's like.
That was dope. I had to wait till the very end because I was like, anything else gonna pop up? Like, Yo, that was dope. He got me like the island vibes, like
it's that feel good music. You know what I mean? That feel good.
Shit, it's like freezing out there, so we got to think about warm thoughts. So this is like the perfect song to play right now. Definitely. But that was a single called "Fly Life," which I love, by the way.
Thank you.
And are you doing a video for this, or you?
Yes, we started doing some of the video over the summer. I got some pieces in Florida, but we wanted Carolina and we wanted some other places in it. So the video is still coming. You know what I'm saying?
It's a
we
process.
got some of it. Just a process. But it's definitely a song that we like. It's a good feel song, and we're just looking for ways to improve it and keep pushing it.
I love that. That's amazing. And then like the other song we played was called Legendary, which was featuring yourself, Demon. May he rest in peace. You're welcome. And the other gentleman,
Guinea Mob.
Guinea Mob.
Yeah,
and
Guinea Mob song.
That was dope. I'm loving both, but the island one, like I'm like, yo, okay, that's my workout song right now. Oh shit, okay, push him. Oh, no, definitely. But before we even go, do we have time? Yeah. All right, I just want to make sure because I don't want to get over time. All right, so before anything, let them know your social media where they could find you.
Okay, so it's gonna be a lot of social media.
Go ahead.
Personal social media is at Sly Watkins, at Sly_Watkins. Let me correct that.
Ooh, yeah, like hold on now.
_ Watkins. You can also find me at Underground Railroad DVD, and that's the movement. At Block Party the movie, that's the film that I've been working on. You can look at that as well. At Indie Streets Entertainment. That's where we promote any artists and ourselves. So if there's any other artists out there too, like we promote other artists. So definitely reach out to at Indie Streets Entertainment, and we'll broadcast whatever it is that you're working on through our channels as well.
I love that.
So definitely do that. Definitely also follow at Vegas DP. What I said, that's our North Carolina artist, and South Records. And then also follow at Rank Season Entertainment. So these are all the things that make up the Underground Railroad. Where you see one, you're gonna see the other, because we kind of like form like a little Voltron.
I know. Like I was like, who are these people? I'm like just liking them. And then now you told me, I'm like, the connection makes that makes sense. Okay.
Yes, definitely. But that's where you can find me. And Facebook is just under my government, Sylvester Watkins. But on everything else, you can find me as well.
Awesome. So we got a little bit of time real quickly, but usually how we do the show,
the website. Sorry, MyWayShops.com. www.mywayshops.com. Please go there. We have the t-shirts, have the books, everything that that even past CDs and things are going to actually be available on that site. So www.mywayshops.com. Please go and shop.
There you go. Listen, man, you get a one-shop deal, man. Everything, man. Get it. Support.
Exactly.
You're welcome, not a problem. So we should be doing a show a little weird. It's weird, but we did it okay. But let's change up real quickly before we close the show.
Okay.
So usually we do today's topics. So usually like two topics we talk about. We get everybody involved. So it'll be two quick ones.
Sure.
All right. So the first one is, what is true happiness? See, I go. Okay.
What is true happiness?
Yes.
And to me, I don't think nobody finds the true happiness until they've done the work to find their authentic self. Because if you don't, all of these things, if you don't know what they really mean, if you don't know what love really means, how do you know what trust really means? How do you know what happiness really means? You can only most people judge happiness off of usually probably their parents. Like, this person didn't do a good job of making me happy, or they always had their face frowned up. So that ain't happy. That ain't what I want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
They base it off of others. But where do you find that own happiness for yourself? You know what I'm saying? And it, to me, is once you get to that place of really knowing who you are, who that person is in the mirror behind those eyes, you decide what's happy. Because some people can be happy sitting in their house all damn day and not being bothered talking to one person.
It's true.
Another person might need to go jump out of an airplane to be happy. It's different for every person.
things.
But it's once you truly know what it is that serves you and your purpose in life and loving yourself, then you really know what makes you happy.
Ooh, preach. I need like a sign or something. Ding, 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 or something. We call that those sounds. Ding, 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 ding. Anything to that? The Loudmouth? No? The Loudmouth's quiet. He says no. Okay, I just 100% what you said. So truly on that, definitely. Thank you. We got a ding, 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 ding. Yes, finally a soundbite. Shit, it works. Ding. Oh, well, I'm just like looking where the fuck is that. Okay, thank you. All right. All right. Now, second one is now. Oh, come on, man.
Shit.
Oh, really? I'm not rapping, brother. Nobody's rapping, so we done. it gets crazy like this in the show sometimes. But, all right, second one. So during this pandemic, how can, for example, now there has been like we had unemployment. There was a lot of aids or financial ways we could get help while we was going through this pandemic. Now this is the question. Wait. Now during this pandemic that happened, now after unemployment's been taken away and everything else, how do you think we've been surviving? Like, for example, how can people continue getting assistance when there's like full-time has been taken away and now it's only part-time positions? How do you feel about that? Like, why we're being limited now, basically?
Yeah, being limited in many different ways. Number one, I think we have to realize how much money through COVID, just like, individuals doing PPP loans where they should have not, but think about how many people, companies in your neighborhood received money and grants.
Yes.
And I mean, for housing and social services and food stamps, so many programs have received the money and they're not doing their proper job with the money. They get $50,000 to put up a shelter or to the shelter in your neighborhood, yet there are people still sleeping on the streets and they got that $50,000. You get what I'm saying?
Man.
So that money being displaced into these companies who are not recirculating that money to the people who need it, to me, begins to be the first situation. Then two, you have the businesses who are trying to stay afloat, and not go under and keep good employees in. But number one, you weren't treating these people right before COVID. They needed COVID to realize that you were treating them like shit. And now you want them to come back. So now people have started to realize that, during COVID, I had to figure out how to make money. Maybe I didn't get unemployment. Maybe I was working from home.
Yes.
Maybe I now have figured out of this craziness a little bit more about myself than a job was giving me. Maybe I don't want to go back to work for you. Maybe I want to work for myself.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like there's so much that's going on. And to me, it's like a displacement. So it's very, very hard for us to get back in line and get back in tune because all of our needs aren't being met. And then we do have the ones that got spoiled, that were living at home, got rent free, got thousands of unemployment, got their job like they never missed a beat, got their PPP loan.
Damn, I got to get that. I'm sorry.
You do got some people who fairly well off. You get what I'm saying? So, and then it's like, they're like, okay, I got mine's, you didn't get yours. It's not like they're coming back to come share with the rest of the community. So it's still a lot. People are still struggling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you got unemployment, but now that's over. These programs have money that they're not sharing.
Yes.
Jobs are offering a lot more money, but the way that they respected you as an employee was so degrading before that people don't want to work for those things.
Exactly.
So it's like everybody's trying to reestablish their voice and what their success story out of this madness. Everybody got shut down. COVID, you all in the house. There's no success. There's no food. Outside is closed. And now you have to figure out, how do I survive? And not only survive, fuck that. I don't want to survive no more. I want success.
Exactly. I want to report where I don't have to get up in the morning and deal with another motherfucker and shit. Exactly.
This job was hindering me. I've done more in my house locked down than the job was allowing me to do. So you have like this awakening, you know what I'm saying? Of people, you have companies that got money being stingy. You have employers who have to reestablish the workforce and what that looks like. It's just like, it's so much that's really going on right now. But to me, the biggest thing that I see that's coming out of it is people is realizing their power to do for self. I think that the ability to the social media, the ability to all these different platforms, people realize, hey, if I want to be rich off of lemonade, I can go out here and start selling lemonade, and I can use my website, and I can do this and that, and I can be rich off lemonade. I don't have to go to work no more. So to me, people are waking up in the age of do for self and finding success. You don't need everybody you needed before to be able to make it happen. These tools are now open to everybody.
Yes.
So it's like a great awakening at the same time. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's just so much that's going on. But at the end of the day, I think that's how we combat it. Is people realize, okay, I'm not going to take this job. Okay, unemployment ended. Okay, y'all got the grants, but y'all not sharing. But you know what? I'm going to do it for my damn self. You've given me every opportunity here, so I don't need you no more. I'll see you when I'm rich.
I love that. The Loudmouth, do you want to say anything about that quickly on that matter, what we just talked about? It means he agreed. Okay, got it. We got the gavel. He agreed. All right, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a fucking... All right, he'll pass. All right, so real quickly, guys. Oh, we get the applause now? Oh, I don't get... This is an update. Yeah, we're upgrading a little bit. So, real quickly, guys, celebrity gossip. Now, I have to update. Now, Astro World, you know what happened recently with Astro World?
Yes.
With that. Okay, so let me update everyone now. Oh, yeah, really? Really? You have to get to that point, the Loudmouth. Really? Oh, wait. Okay. Anyways, back to Astro World. Had a Jeopardy moment. So back to Astro World. Now, unfortunately, the 8 people have been killed.
9.
Yeah, 9 now, right?
And the little boy is still.
He was like 9, right?
Well, the little 9-year-old, I don't know if he died. I don't
He
think
did.
he did.
He
That
did.
will be 10 because there was 9 before him.
Oh my God.
Yes, there was 9 before him.
Oh my God. Because I know they said it was over 300 people that were injured, and it was like 8. But now you
First, it
mentioned
was 8.
Yeah.
And then it was a little boy. And then the 9th person was somebody that wasn't already on their radar, who
Oh
had
my
injuries that they
God.
thought was going to make it. And they didn't.
that
make
was
it.
him, because they just mentioned it 2 days ago that he passed away. It was the little boy. I think he was like 9 years old, I think.
Yeah, he was not. He was on his father's shoulders.
Okay,
At
okay.
the concert. And when his father got hit, his father fell and they crumbled on top of him. His father woke up in the hospital unconscious. He didn't even know that his son got trampled.
Oh
he was
my
on his
God.
shoulders at the concert. And
Oh,
just
man.
they trampled him. Yeah, just horrible, 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 horrible.
Definitely is. I just feel just this update, and then what I get upset the most is that these people, the Kardashians, we know what they're really about, but for them to kind of like laugh it off, like, oh, it was something too serious. And you know, Kylie Jenner had a thing where they took it down, where she had a clip where she was showing like the audience and everything, and they showed the ambulance. But it was like real quick. But then she took it down her Instagram, but apparently stated didn't know what happened or all stuff. And then Travis Scott made it, he made a pretty much after the concert and everything happened, the lawsuits started coming in.
Oh yeah.
And now it's a backlash because now they're concerned about their money in their accounts. But what about the people that came to pay to see you perform? So this is really strong and heavy. And I really feel that after this happened, that this is a casualty, unfortunate situation where now they should take this seriously when it comes to more security and hiring people to crowd control, because they shouldn't even have minors. Yeah. This is really his music is really over 18 and over, I think. So it's unfortunate. I just had to say this because I talked about this on my other show on Sunday, and this is something that it shouldn't be taken lightly. People were killed.
Definitely. And I don't know, the Kardashians. Sometimes, yes, I get it seems like their opinions are to the left, but also I do respect with Kim, the people that she's got out of prison. Not to say she got everybody out of prison as she should have, but at least she's attempting to go back to do something to be able to help cause. Exactly. So I see the activism that is there. I think that once you get to that level of fame that they have, you know what I'm saying, the money, and then the same thing with Travis Scott, and we brought this up at Butter's event as well, is that you kind of become part of, willingly or unwillingly, to the Illuminati because you're being programmed.
Okay.
We need to wrap it up?
Yeah.
Okay. We're being programmed. So it's like with Travis Scott and holding accountability is, do you serve the people, or do you serve the people that are over here that's saying you have to do A, B, and C to be able to get that check? And that's a big difference. You get what I'm saying? Because then you become the puppets. You get what I'm saying? So a lot of people were pointing out that, oh, he's dealing with devils and dealing with this, that, and the other. But anybody who's reached that certain level of fame, most likely they enter a stage of selling their soul, or they don't keep that. You get what I'm saying? You're giving that for a reason. To me, that's where you see, like with Kylie Jenner, where they laugh at it, is because in that sense is that we're up here. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? And there's always only 8 people, 9 people. That is so what?
But they're untouchable.
Your mind state thinks in terms of Illuminati. You get what I'm saying?
Don't get me started. That's another show for that. Oh, we get into that.
It's sad. It's definitely sad. And the accountability and responsibility, I think we as people are going to have to start making these artists take, because it doesn't mean that his next show he's going to beef up his security.
Oh no!
But those 300 or whatever lawsuits, and the people who are, you're going to do this in Texas, who live in the Texas community, got to be the ones saying that no, they have an A, B, and C before you have this event that's over here, and let them take the accountability if the artist won't.
That's terrible. I agree with you 100% on that. And I just hope they learn from this unfortunate situation, and the victims of the families who passed away our condolences to them.
Definitely condolences.
And I just hope from now on they really take this these precautions seriously. You know.
Yes.
Real quickly, we're gonna close out. But again, did you watch the Adele concert, by the way, this past?
No, I didn't.
Oh man, you have to. It's on demand.
Okay.
I saw the Adele was into Oprah Winfrey, and then she did a live concert in LA. And she looks beautiful, by the way. She lost a lot of weight, and I was like, this girl could sing. She haven't sung in a while.
She's phenomenal, though.
Yeah, and she has a new album called 30.
Natural,
yeah, definitely. She has a new album called 30. And let me tell you, this woman, I need to know what she uses. Like, does she use tea, lemonade? Like, give me the tips, because I need to like let me sister know. But let me close out because we gotta get out of here. But I want to thank you so. Oh, see, I'm excited. What's going on here? I want to thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it. Definitely being here.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you.
You're welcome.
And I'm looking forward to being in that magazine.
Oh, yes.
Like I said, doing some ventures together as well.
Oh, I'm excited for that. And thank you again. Thanks to my both two amazing guests, artist, entrepreneur, Arthur. The list goes on. Sylvester Watkins.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And artist Apollo Godspeed. Thank you for coming on the show. You guys enlightened the show tonight, and I thank you so much. And blessings to both of you guys, and more to come. Again, thank you, my amazing co-host, the Loudmouth.
Loudmouth, DTF Radio.
Yes,
Brooklyn.
and usually he does a sports talk. We don't have time, right? Do we? No. Anything with sports? No. Not today. Okay, no, next week. Next week sports. Next week, because he gets into it. He's like a big Yankee fan. He's like, Yankees, and I'm like, fuck you. I'm a Mets fan. But a big shout out to my amazing co-host, the Loudmouth, holding it down. DTF, you guys are amazing. That's more to come, guys. And next year, guys, knock on wood, we'll be making 2-year anniversary.
All right.
The Vero G Spotlight Radio Show. I'm gonna cry. Oh, at DTF Radio. So stay tuned. We would love to have you guys back to celebrate. Definitely. January 15th. And more things to come, guys. Guys, next week we have Sean Felden building he's the CEO of XS Energy Drinks coming next week, guys. Stay tuned. We love you all for watching. Thank you guys for sharing and loving and just be understanding our crazy show. Until then, next week, guys. Blessings. Bye. Wow.